I think Robert said he'd be on 7:32 or something.
Yeah, I think he said later than that, didn't he?
Was it? I'm sorry, 8:30.
Yeah.
Robert's going to be on just in time to bust up in the middle of the discussion.
Yeah. He'll just come in like right when we're like having the most in-depth moment ever in Shattercast history. He'll just come on and go.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
I need work. Good night, folks.
Nailed it.
You are listening to your favorite podcast, Shattercast Uncut, with your host, Bobby Skullface.
That's a solid unit, Mac.
Oscar and Jake. I call it a rock Fred. Robert D.
So happy to be here.
The engineer, T2RX6.
It's a fit and finish.
Everyone's favorite internet troll, Craig Raw Mercy.
Only troll for good.
Meth Deluxe Baldwin.
Hell Hasbro.
And the most popular tattoo transformer band ever, Decepticon.
Hey, ladies.
No, it's just awful.
Who's running that company?
I don't scale like that.
Upload complete, fuckers. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Shattercast Uncut, episode 147. This is the show where we talk about Transformers, and you listeners at home sit around and decide where the baby's going to come from next. We are down a few people. Robert D. is recording Toy Detox. Justin had a baby. Actually, Justin's wife had a baby.
Yes.
So shout out to that situation.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Baby and mom are doing well.
Yep,
Yes.
baby and mom are doing well, and Justin's squeaking by.
Yeah.
Speaking of babies, Joe H. Had a baby.
Yes.
Yep. Congratulations, Joe.
Cheers to him.
And his daughter had a kick-ass Zelda costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And did you see that baby picture with a little man just holding his fist up on his hand, or a face, or hand, sorry, head, and just, pondering, what life's going to be? It was awesome.
Trying to decide who he's going to vote for.
That's it. He's already voting. That's a freedom baby right there, baby.
Came out with a concealed and carry on his hip. And Lenny is, he's in jail for heroin again. So, I haven't done this in a while. I'm a little rusty. We've got shit for sale, so you should fucking buy it.
Yep.
And that's it. So, what did everybody get this week, speaking of buying things?
Oh, we should also say Justin's going to be gone for a while.
So none of this fucking slideshow shit.
Yeah, so the slideshows will be MIA until further notice.
I may do some. I may do it.
Or Matt may do some.
But it's going to be vacation photos, not...
Yeah.
Dude,
just
how
give me a picture of
great.
me.
Matt, the last show that we do in Justin's hiatus, you need to do a slideshow of just vacation photos of you throughout your life.
No, it's going to be Matt in the mirror flexing with his shirt on.
I got pictures. I got Disney pictures. I think I can get the DC pictures that we got. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good.
I'll do some. But yeah, I'll do some pictures. I like doing it, so it's not that bad.
Cool. I'm sorry,
Cool,
Greg.
dude. Oh, no, it's fine, dude.
We won't get that one guy asking. So.
Let's hear about these fucking hauls, motherfuckers. Anybody get any hauls?
I don't think I got... Did I get anything? I got SH Figuarts, Clone Trooper Phase 2. Did I talk about that last week? Did I mention that? And Battle Droid? I think I mentioned that. I don't know if I've gotten anything since then.
You don't have that Tony Stark coming?
No, I passed on that.
Aw.
I'm trying to debate. Have you seen that Clone Trooper Captain? Like it's like Clone Trooper Phase 1, but it has like the red stripe.
Yeah, I don't do any of the prequel stuff.
Oh God, you're so much stronger than I am.
I know if I get Maul or Mace, then it's...
Maul's so good too.
No, I bet he is, but... I don't have any attachment to the movie, so I don't want to create fake attachment with the toys, if that makes sense.
Yep. I got the Black Series Rogue One figures and the Mayfix Superman. I'm not sure if I mentioned those, but if I didn't, there they are. Got those. And that's it for me.
I was thinking about picking up those that Wave 2.
Actually, I do have to say one thing. Fucking so I got the Rogue One figures from Pinkerton, and he also sent me something else, I think. Or maybe it was the Mayfix Superman. And then he hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, did you like the book? I didn't know whether or not you had it." And I was like, "I don't think I got a book from you." And he was like, "It was at the bottom of the box that I sent you." And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know there was a book in there, but I don't think it's been thrown away. So I will check as soon as I can. Ended up, he gave me this like Man of Steel, like making of Man of Steel, like behind the scenes Man of Steel book, hardcover. Yeah. So that was really cool.
Give it up for Piggy.
Give it up for Piggy, goddammit.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched that footage. Have you watched it?
Of us at the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watched the last one, the last end of it.
My favorite part of it is like shout out to like Evangelist and like he's a cool dude, but that dude Aaron. He said he was tired, but I'm not sure if he was picking up with my vibes or not. But he said he was tired, so that's probably what it is. But he's on WTF, right? And he I don't know. I just started making jokes and shit, and like Joe screamed out something from the crowd, and like I'm up on that panel and I was like, "That's Joe KW. Make some noise for Joe, goddammit!" And like I started clapping, and like the video footage, if you watch him, he's like clapping, but he's like clapping like reluctantly, like he doesn't want to be a party pooper, but like he really doesn't want to clap either. It's so fucking funny. I must have ran it back like 10 times. Oh god, it's so good.
That's a good dude.
Yeah, Joe's the man. Anyway.
Yeah, I like Joe.
Yeah, good dude.
Family that cosplays together stays together.
That's a fact.
What I always say when I'm looking at his profile picture.
Yeah, like he always sends me pictures of his like not always. He did like once,
penis.
but he like sends me like pictures of his like girl, and
nice.
And like yeah, and like you know she dresses, you know, she does the cosplay bit, and like I'm like, nice. Joe, I don't want to look at this, man. Like
because I might keep these pictures.
Like yeah, like I don't want like I'm gonna be seeing your girl at like events and shit, and like I don't want any nonsense floating around in my head. So please just leave this shit out of my inbox. But yeah, Joe's the man. I love him. And my kids call him Uncle Dolphin, which is super cute.
That's retarded, Dolphin. Anyway, my turn. Man, I decided, I was walking through Walmart, man, I decided, you know what I need for my collection? A lobster. So, I saw, lo and behold, I saw a lobster, R.O.D. Bisque. I was like, I bet he'll go good with butter. But anyways, I got Bisque. Not bad. He's a retool of Viacon from Prime. Pretty cool. And I want to say a big shout out. I know I've shown you this. Jonathan Davis. And he shout out to him too. He had an anniversary with his wife. They had a 2-year anniversary. But this dude sent me this sweet ass drawing of a star screen that says "Deluxe Happy Birthday," and it's all 6 like a Prime, G1, Pretenders, Armada movie. And animated, and he get and that is a nice little frame and everything. He didn't have to do that and all that stuff, but dude, it's awesome, and I love it. I can't. I'm fixing to hang it up tonight, and it's everything. So I really appreciate that dude. You know, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, it looked great. I saw the picture.
It was awesome. It's beautiful. Even my wife liked it. She's like, you know what? We can hang that in the living room.
Wow.
And you know, I know. that is a big deal, Jay. I'm just telling you right now. When my wife says I can hang something Transformer-wise in the living room, you struck a nerve on her. So she really liked it too. So a really big shout out to you, and I really thank you. I really appreciate it. And that's all I got this week. So, what'd you get, Greg?
Well, that was great, man. That was great.
Oh, sarcasm.
It wasn't sarcasm.
I could taste it.
I was just thinking about something else. I was in another place for a second.
Okay. Another.
I was in a.
Taste it. Still taste it.
I was in an apple orchard for a second.
Hey now. That was another. Forget it.
I don't even get it. Okay. Y'all two
anyway.
Lately, not me.
Man, what the fuck did I get the last 2 weeks? Jesus. Okay, so I got some TFCon exclusives, even though I did not attend. I got Road Haul. What do they call it? Load Hauler. Whatever. I got fucking Hauler. I got that thing, and I really like that mold. If Takara hadn't done one, as well as it looks like they're going to be doing it, I would have gotten that for my Inferno. That's a really good figure. I got Anubis, and he is also
a product available.
he is a thing.
He's fine.
He is a thing of many issues. But I mean, yeah, he looks like that's pretty cool, I guess. Fuck, what else did I get? I'm trying to think of what I got last week. Oh, let me just look at the pile of boxes on my couch because I haven't taken anything upstairs yet. I got Carnifex, which is an amazing figure. I was out until the last minute, and I pulled the trigger the day before he came in stock, and I'm so glad I did. I got Simba, which is a surprisingly well-executed toy, except for some paint issues on like one of the two spots that has paint on it, which is kind of fucked up. But apparently, it's not the status quo. It's not par for the course. It's just a bad piece. So I'm getting another one, so we'll see. Let's see. I got MMC Spartan again, just to go to the Death's Head, and then I got the Make Toys Trash Talk and Cogwheel, just to go with that whole thing. I guess I'm back in on the Lost Light. I'm just getting the MMC stuff, though. I'm not trying to do it like I did before, like getting something from every company. I'm just getting the MMC stuff and just doing like a shelf. Probably at work, too, because I don't have a lot of room. But anyway, they're putting on some good stuff lately. I got the other 3 knockoff oversized throttle bots, and they are things. It makes me realize that I don't think I like the originals as much as I did, and I don't know if that's a knock on the knockoffs or a knock on the original ones. But anyway, they're alright. Some flaws are more noticeable. Blown up, double size. I got the Rebel Tech Deadpool, which is pretty good if you're into posing your figures, but if he's just standing there, there's going to be some, you're going to have a bad time. I
watched,
got...
Anthony's Customs.
You already sold that shit, man.
I watched Anthony's Customs review of that. He was, he pretty much said the same thing you just said, just in a more unkind way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but the choices they made to facilitate the Rebel Tech gimmick, like, for people buying it, like, oh, shit, a high-end, air quotes, or high-end Deadpool figure, and then they get it, and they're like, oh, what the fuck's this? Like,
dude, like, you know how he puts those pictures at the end of his videos?
Yeah.
So he was really upset that the guns, you couldn't remove them from the holsters.
Yeah.
Like, they were molded in. So, like, all, like, the first 3 pictures are all Deadpool trying to get the guns out of his holsters. And then the last picture is just him with his hands up in the air, like, what am I supposed to do?
That's funny. It's weird. All that shit's on little tiny Revel joints. Like the bags and, like, the holster, like, the belt. So, like, it looks good when he's doing some things, but it looks bad when he's doing other things. And the eye gimmick is really cool.
Yeah, that did look cool, especially the
like, I took him. Here's what I did. He was too big for what I wanted to do with him. I knew I was going to get rid of him because he was taller than I thought he was going to be. What I was going to do was have him just doing weird, stupid Deadpool shit in my Avengers display, like have him in the background like a creeper,
like a photo
like,
bomb.
Yeah, like peeping at fucking Black Widow, or like eating a fucking burrito, or like some shit like that. So he was too tall for that. So I took him out of the package, and I put him in like a pose where he's chasing after somebody. He's like, "Come back!" Like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you!" And he's got his gun all cocked to the side, like one of those fucking wannabe, like, you know what I'm talking about. He's got the sword in the other hand. He's pointing, and it was fucking awesome. But if I rotate it 360, like, he looks really good, he looks really bad, he looks really good, he looks really bad. So I did that all day yesterday, and then I put him in the box today, and I'm sending him off to somebody else. But he's a solid figure if you like Rebel Tech. I got Dick's Optimus Primal, the Masterpiece Optimus Primal. He's not bad.
Good.
He's not bad. He's a good Masterpiece figure. Some people are going to like him, some people aren't. He's very true to the
animation,
the original toy and the cartoon. He's got all the same gimmicks, all the little hidden guns and stuff. If you weren't in on him before, there's no reason to get him now. Like, if you didn't want him before, don't break your neck trying to get them now. But if you were, then you're gonna enjoy them. It's just one of those figures.
Let me ask you a question, if you don't mind, about that figure.
Oh no, hey, I don't mind.
How do you I haven't messed with it. I'm hoping to get my hands on one tomorrow, but I'm I never count my chickens before they hatch. But how do you feel having messed with it? And I know that you and I kind of see things the same way, where it's like it doesn't really matter if it's $100 or $1,000. Like if I want it and it's good, then the price is worth it. But trying to speak objectively about it, how do you feel about the price point versus the size and engineering?
Well, I think it came out to be, before shipping, around $98 from Japan. And that's a little high, I think, for what I got. But when I was initially in on them, the yen was a little lower, so it was going to work out.
And the shipping was probably better.
Yeah, and then, so I actually ended up saving about $2 and got him around the same time as people who ordered him domestically did. So there's that. But I told Matt last night, for anyone who cares, Amazon Japan now ships to America.
Oh, wow.
So someone ordered him from Amazon Japan, got him the same day I did, and paid almost $20 less.
Wow. Shipped.
So I went on and pre-ordered Cheetor, and I think he's going for, what is it, Matt? $74.99 pre-order here plus shipping, and I got him for, I think, like $55, and shipping worked out to be about $6, $7, $8, something. Whatever the transfer rate was. So I still saved some money, so we'll see. That'll be my trial run, because I have pre-orders locked in at other places where I can't cancel until the end of the year for Inferno, and I got one for, what's his name? Grapple, too.
Yeah.
So.
Repel.
Solar Storm, Repel. So I got that. What else did I get? I got Alan.
That's a big old boy.
Big beefy fucking piece of toy. Grab him by the tail and fucking knock a motherfucker out. I had a couple of gripes with him last night because I was messing with him right before I went to bed because I didn't have a lot of time, and some things didn't lock in properly. And I looked at him today when I got home, and it was all my fault. So he's pretty solid. He's like a hand axe in a helicopter mode. Chop down a tree with this guy. I like him. I think I'm going to get rid of him eventually, because now that we know that one is MMC, I know the quality is going to be there. And I really liked that design before when they showed. I can't remember his name, but now that we know it's MMC, I know that's probably going to be the good one for me. So might get rid of Alan. I might not. I don't know, but yeah, he is what he is. And I think that's it. I know I'm missing something, but I think that's about it. I got my first blaster too with Trash Talk, but that's a given. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I got the Fen. I got Black Series Fen, the one that the helmet comes off with the blood on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's a Klansman, but you take the helmet off and he's fucking.
I've still yet to see that wave at retail. That's a fact.
I got him from a guy that was like, I bought something else from him. Shit, what else did I buy from him? Oh, and I got a Rebel Tech Stormtrooper. That's what I got. That's what I couldn't remember. I got a Rebel Tech episode 1 or episode 4 Stormtrooper.
How do you like that?
He's not bad. Coming out of the package, he has a closed fist and a gun hand on, and the closed fist looks really small, and the head looked really big. And I asked Kit about it. I was like, "What do you think about this?" She's like, "Well, the fist, the foot makes sense, and he's wearing a big helmet." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So he's not bad. I mean, he looks good with Mayfex Vader and the Rebel Tech Boba Fett, which is my current situation as far as that goes.
Right.
But yeah, and the guy was like, "Well, you want this Fen? It's $15." I'm like, okay, all right,
nice.
So we've got some movie news. Looks like it's going to be our last bit of movie news until we get a trailer and all such nonsense. So, apparently Merlin's staff. That's right, Merlin from King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. You might have seen him on such network TV shows as Once Upon a Time. That guy. You heard about him at your local library on Kids Day. Well, apparently he's the only one that can stop Unicron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently there's a rumor from what those people call a reputable source that the whole reason they need the staff is because there is a threat of something called Cybertron that turns into a massive planet-destroying robot, and they just think that the translation was off and it's supposed to be Unicron. So
what if it was that? What if it was Cybertron? I can totally see it.
I don't appreciate you cutting me in half during the moon and then never talking about it again.
Thought I was gone, did you?
It just sprouts like some Resident Evil shit. It just sprouts a mouth.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, so apparently that's the very, very thin strand that ties all the nonsense together to come around.
Well, I mean, there's a part of me that's like, well, at least I'll see Unicron on the big screen. Like, whether or not I like it or not, like...
It's going to be the cloud, man. It's going to be the cloud.
Oh, God, what if?
It's going to be a sand cloud. It's going to be one of those sandstorms.
Sandstorm?
Sandstorms. They have out in the desert.
Oh, I thought you meant, what's that Unique Toys one called? Swarter? It's just going to be Swarter. It's all pissed off. He can't get back to robot mode. Of orange plastic.
Sam Wiki has to put him into car mode before they can save the day.
Oh, if it was a sandstorm, you just catch it in a sock and everything would be alright. I got this. I've done this before.
I can't defend it anymore. I'll just wait until it comes out.
So that was riveting. Apparently, Paramount got fined for the last one.
Really?
Yeah, in Chinese court, which is the only court that matters. And I'll read the first paragraph from the Hollywood Reporter. A Chinese court on Thursday ordered Viacom's Paramount Pictures and a Chinese production partner to pay $295,000 or 2 million yuan, including incurred legal fees, to a tourist resort and a breach of contract dispute over product placement in Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Wow.
So we heard about this before, that they were supposed to put some advertisements and stuff in, and they didn't. And they were like, oh, my bad. I'm just going to leave a bunch of shit here, and you can call it a tourist attraction, like leftover props. Oh, yeah, we're just going to leave this here, and it's yours. It's cool.
You guys are good with this, right?
Good on you, Hasbro.
They try to treat him like the nerd at the pool table.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't cool, though. And,
you're good.
yeah.
You did the homework, right?
Yeah. So, there's that.
You know who I am, right? Michael Bay. All right.
Yeah, well,
you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
The defendants had admitted that the logo didn't make the film, but they tried to make up for it by allowing director Michael Bay to make an advertising spot for the resort and leaving behind items built for the film as tourist attractions. And then, yeah, they said no.
Did it not make them money? I mean, they should have tried.
It's not gonna be okay, guys.
What do you leave behind? Some hookers and coke or something? Dead hookers?
I'm gonna venture and say that Ratchet Head.
That would have been cool. I would have went to see that. I mean, that would have been pretty cool.
The guy that said Transformium with the My Little Pony, like he left just that guy in China, like they didn't tell him.
Like you stay. You just stay.
One of the blown up cars, probably the blown up sneaker car. And
probably Grimlock too.
Galvatron's soul.
A big old hole. Huh. Well, good on them. They got their money. Good job.
I have no fear.
Ugh.
Dude, that's still my favorite part of the whole movie. That's why I have no fear. Poor Frank. I'll do anything.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot.
Oh, man.
Movie's done.
All right.
Movie news is done. Yay. So when are we supposed to get the trailer? Around December or November?
November, yeah, like possibly this month, I think they said.
Wow.
We'll get a possible teaser, which is going to be like, it's going to be that those pulse shots. I don't know what they're actually called, where the screen's black and it's like, whoom, And it's like a guy.
Yeah.
It's like whoomp, and it's Optimus looking up. It's like whoomp, and it's Tyrese. So it's like whoomp,
Sorry.
and it's
Left
something
pocket.
went up, and then it's like Transformers: The Last Night coming, whatever time it's coming.
Marky Mark's not gonna be running.
Not like, oh yeah, Marky Mark's gonna be running holding somebody's hand.
He's got to be running. Yeah, I think that's in his contract. He has to run in every movie he's in. I think.
And there'll be like the edge of a silhouette of a cylindrical object, and people are gonna be like, "It's Unicron," but it's really gonna be from like a slow pan,
Squeaks. It really squeaks.
or like Marky Mark's coffee cup from one scene.
Coming at you live, Marky Mark's coffee cup.
All right, so moving on to third-party news. Toyworld teases Combaticon and Aerialbot prototypes.
I wonder why this wasn't at TFCon.
Just the tip. Because the new Fanstoys was going to be taking the spotlight with all their stuff and their nonsense.
I think a lot of people were looking forward to the Toyworld. I know, there's always rumors, about this, but...
I just want to clear the air real quick. I'm excited for everything Fanstoys revealed.
Oh, wow.
For the most part. I'm in on all of it. I'm usually in on their stuff for the most part. That's a misconception. I still don't think it's cleared up. I'm still in for most of what they put out. I just don't I just don't have to like it. All right, I just don't have to like it.
just that's why you're only gonna try the tip. Just the tip.
Galvatron. I'm in on Galvatron. I don't know about Weird Wolf, man. He looks.
I'm out of the Werewolf. That Galvatron looks good. The Werewolf, I'm not probably in, but that Cup and Sea Spray, Omega, was good. But I'm excited for Cup. I'm glad somebody's finally making a Cup. It won't be out until next year probably, but I'm still excited. So there's gonna be a couple worse now.
Yeah, and they put out stuff. I heard what the fuck you said last week, Bobby. Yeah. They put stuff out, and that's. I think the reason that people think they don't is because they'll do things like. We got Jetfire coming, and then it's literally like 2.5 years before you see something. And I think that the stuff that people are most excited about, I think, is what sets that mindset that they don't get toys out. Because they do. They get stuff out. They just don't always get the stuff out that people are thinking they're going to get out.
Right.
What's after? I know Galvatron is next for them. What's after that? Grimlock?
Weird Wolf, Grimlock. I mean, they've shown packaging in the tray images of each. I think I included those under Grinder.
I'll tell you.
Definitely on Galvatron.
Just to get back to the note real quick. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Fanstoys, I did not say Fanstoys is king last show. Kelly.
You did?
No, I never said that. Robert said
let
that.
Let me. I'll have to go listen to that again.
Wait, hold on, let me scrub that tape out. Let me scrub that tape. What's it called? Bit bleach? All right, I got it.
I've always and still think Takara is king. I just think that with a lot of what Takara has been doing recently, that there has been a mutiny kind of brewing. But I definitely think that they're still top dog. I mean, they showed it. They showed it with Shockwave. Shockwave killed the secondary market. It killed Quakewave. I was talking to Hung from 215 about his stock of Quakewave, and it was just ridiculous. He's like, I did X before the official came out, and then once the official came out, it was what it was. But
I still need to get Quakewave. I wanted to get a clear one, but I've yet to get a Quakewave.
I never said that, so don't be trashing me on any forums.
You know how people do with quotes from famous people, Bobby.
Shut up.
They always get them wrong, even Darth Vader. They even got that wrong.
Bob, you're famous. Bob, quit telling people shut up, and you know.
I don't think that word means what you think it means, Matt.
What?
I can go to fucking Safeway. Get my fruits and vegetables just fine.
Go Safeway. Shop alone.
Do you really have Safeway there?
We have one. It's not close by.
I guarantee if you put that mask on. Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Some people be following you.
Yeah, people would be following me, but not because they know who I am.
Yeah, you might be stealing something.
Oh, you should put on the robe and the mask and go to an elderly home. Dude, that shit would be fucking hilarious. But do you know who I am? They're like, let me go pack my bag. I got it.
So, what? Anybody about Toyworld?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say about Toyworld real quick. Was that like I don't understand why and maybe I just missed it because I have left most groups, but I don't feel like the buzz was as big as when I saw it. I was excited, and then I got on the internet to make sure that my excitement was matched, and I don't feel like I saw the same excitement.
I think one maybe I'm not gonna say for everybody. I think for one reason everybody's like, oh, a new scale.
Yeah.
I definitely have to go in on a new scale now.
Yeah.
So people are like, their wallets just cried. I think
Maybe.
so.
Everybody's too worried about this one particular eBay or Facebook seller. They're worried about fucking getting brainstorm. They're worried about people that get brainstorm before them. It's Facebook's, man. It goes.
It's atrocity. You should not be getting brainstorm before I am.
Yeah.
No.
I have a brainstorm, by the way. If anyone lives in an area that doesn't have a Walgreens, I have a carded brainstorm for cost and shipping.
I
Just
don't
throwing
understand.
that out there. Wanna hit me up?
When I said on my review, I'm like, I don't understand. If you just wait and be patient, he will be there. I mean, I know I'm going to get off the tangent. It's just.
Some people don't have Walgreens.
Well, that's understandable, but they went on the website. They went up on the website for that. Anyways.
Like, I'm not gonna pay shipping. Well, people were bitching about that too. They're like, "Oh fuck, I gotta buy 2 of them to get free shipping." Fuck.
And you said take it back.
I was like, just the other one back to the store and get your money back. Well, that just seems kind of dishonest, doesn't it? Like, okay,
I can't believe you cannot. I can't.
Yeah, I dealt with a situation, real world situation, like not real world, but a fandom situation like that got me in some hot water once, trying to solve a young lad's problem.
Stop.
Oh, whoa! You gotta watch with those young lads, Bobby.
you ain't lying.
They're always watching.
Government's watching.
But
Hey, I would say just real quick for Walgreens on their behalf, I got the 2 because there was a guy, and the reason I have one to sell or one to pass on is because a guy in England wanted one. And I was like, if I can get one for you, I'll get it. So I ordered 2 because I got the free shipping. That shit arrived by courier. Not the mail, not FedEx, not UPS. A man in a van came in and handed that box to me.
Oh.
Laser Track, I think is the name of the company.
Oh, if a drone would have flew it in, that would have been awesome too.
Oh, that would have been cool. Like a brainstorm, flying in a brainstorm.
Oh, genius. I'm in on the Superion. Sorry, I know we're talking about brainstorm, but I may be on the Superion because that's the only one I have is TFC. Well, I have a C-Dub too, but TFC is garbage, of course. But I don't know, man. But Superion's always been smaller than the Combiners, right?
No,
one of the smaller ones.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's made out of fucking jets.
Yeah, he should theoretically be bigger.
Yeah.
Verticus should be fucking huge.
Yeah, well, one arm anyway.
Yeah, that right arm. Mm-hmm.
Strong hand,
Yeah. Take my other hand. Take my good hand.
I got.
You don't remember Scream with the
it was take my strong hand. It was the same joke Greg just made.
Oh, my bad. I thought I thought he said take my good hand too. He also said take my good hand.
Take my good hand.
That always makes the crowds. That's whenever it's dull on Shattercast, we just quote that fucking.
I know. If we have crickets going, just didn't like it. Okay.
Shit's pretty funny. If no one's seen it,
It's pretty expensive. Well, $100 a piece probably.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm excited. Are you excited, Greg? Or am I the only one?
I am.
All right.
I actually said today in a group, she was like, I don't have room for 22 inches of robot. And I'm like, man, I'll keep
Sorry.
Thanks, Robert. I'll keep them in robot mode, and combining them can be a holiday tradition from now on. We'll all gather on the fire at Christmas, and we'll put together a Toyworld combine. It's fine. I'll make it work.
Yeah, I was fucking pumped, and then I felt like everybody else was kind of like, ugh. I get it. I mean, here we go, here we go again.
I don't know, because with our next, let's ring this for all it's worth, and then I'll
Now,
carry
Bobby,
this
are
sauce
you,
tonight.
or Bobby and you, and Greg, do you have Warbotron still, or do you get rid of him?
I got him.
No,
I got rid of.
You have him? Oh,
I
you
got
got rid of him.
I got rid of all my combiners except for I was all in. I put all my chips on the table. I got rid of everything except for the Toyworld Devastator because I'm trying to focus on what I have room for, but not just extra shit. So yeah. So I was hoping that like this would come to fruition, and it did.
So, Bobby, what are these going to be then? Bruticus.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you always have, are you going to leave this combined, or I know because you haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, well, this will probably end up being my combiner scale now, and I'll break down the Warbotron, and which is cool because I really like the Warbotron individual moves. So
yeah, they're pretty good.
What if this comes with like just the Devastator head from Toyworld painted gray?
Well, then I got my bots.
He said, "What if it comes with just?"
Have we heard anything about that new head that they're supposed to be doing?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I tell my wife that all the time. I'm like, "There's a new head out now."
Hey, take the good head.
It's like a threat.
Take the good head.
The kids are. Make sure the kids are in bed.
I'm excited for Superior. I'm kind of excited.
And a Bruticus, yeah, fuck yeah. That's TFC, man. That's it. I remember getting that thing. Bobby was like, "You need to get Hercules." This was years ago. This was in ancient times. This was before the Industrial Revolution, as it were. And I was like, "Man, I'm glad I got Hercules. I'm glad I finally went in on it. Like, it's good." Then I got my Darren. Shout out to Darren. He's a good dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was like, no, it wasn't Darren. It was another dude. Fuck, I don't remember him. Shout out to Darren. I got Hercules from him. Another dude was like, "Hey, I got TFC." Clyde. Clyde was his name, I think. I think it was Clyde. And I get it, and I opened the first, like, one of the little jets. I'm like, "This is pretty cool." I opened the other jet. I'm like, "This is pretty cool." And then I opened that fucking that silver bolt.
Oh yeah.
And I texted Bobby. I'm like, Bobby.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
They released that one last on purpose. That's a fact.
Yeah, they didn't release them in the middle because then they would have just lost all their.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. He looked good after you bought their own fucking upgrade kit.
Yep.
But
Yep. Agreed.
Nah,
actually, I took that head off and then I got another upgrade kit for it. I got the what's that company that makes decent shit but they don't make enough of it?
Takara?
They did the twins. They did
X2 toys.
Yeah, I got the X2 toys heads. Those things are fucking spot on, perfect. Like that head, if you still have TFC Superion for whatever reason, get the X2 toys because that thing is fucking.
Did you see TFC Defensor?
Well,
that's Generation Toy. I think that's in the notes.
No. How much TFC Defensor is going for now? People are like selling them for like $200.
That was he's fucking. He's trying to get some money for something. I think. I think he's got something going on.
No, someone else had them for around that too. It was Derp.
That's about what he's worth. I don't know what TFC's gonna do, man.
Road Caesar.
Well, I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, me too. That's the thing about TFC. They're always one step ahead of the game.
So the reason you probably didn't see a whole lot about the Superion and the Bruticus is because Generation Toys teased a helicopter, which looks suspiciously like Vortex with guns on it.
Yes.
But we're thinking it's probably blades. And people are wondering, hey, did they just decide to change their scale all of a sudden? Because if so, I'm definitely in.
Right.
It seems silly because I wouldn't think they would change their scale all of a sudden with how many partial combiners? Oh, no, they only have the one. They have the Venusaur still out there, but I know that's changed 4 missions. But
right. No, that one's going to be hard for me to justify. That one's going to be hard.
You're the rescue vehicles, just like Justin.
Yep, I am. But like the only thing with that one is that I have 3 sets of fucking. No, I only have 2 sets of Protectobots, so maybe it's gonna not be that fucking difficult. But I was gonna plan on getting that MMC one.
Oh yeah, we haven't heard anything about that either.
Yeah, so I
hopefully they're updating that shit. Hopefully they're like, all right, we gotta get with the time.
Yeah, that to me, like MMC puts out a fair amount of shit too, but that's a company that I'm always like, you know, maybe it's coming, maybe it's not. Like them fucking bugs.
Yeah, I think they're letting that hype die down. They're gonna wait till you get like they're slipping that studio accent on you and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, man, I wish I had a set of Insecticons. And they're like, ship 'em, boys.
Taking them out a whole new door.
Bobby B said, "Shove 'em, let's go."
But yeah, I just I think that the Generation Toys, the whatever it is, looks good, but it's just I don't know. It's going to be stylized, and the TFC one is kind of stylized. So like, I just don't know if I need another stylized Defensor.
Well, plus we don't know what it looks like. We just see that shell.
Right.
It'd be a bunch of snakes.
You think that hand is a 10-year-old child, and that's the reason why it's so big?
Well, they listed the length or the size like with the original post, but I don't speak metric, so I don't. I mean, I can convert it if I have to, but I mean, that's not what I pay taxes for. It's Imperial.
I'm in on this because I need a Defensor. So, I mean, I started the Make Toys one, and I like that, but that's kind of a chug kind of scale like. But this one, if it's an MP size, I definitely will probably get this because I like Generation Toys. So,
Yeah, I think they said this is going to be the same size as their other stuff, like 16 inches or so. So if you're in for the big boys, then this probably won't be for you.
But he does look a lot like Vortex. I mean, I could see him being Vortex, but I was like, why would they put out another, Bruticus?
Right.
Well, do we even know this is a combiner? I mean, what other helicopter transformers are there that are
Alpha Bravo?
Bro.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, is there another one out there that I'm not thinking of?
Not like
Or
that.
like some
Not like
from
that.
IDW? Is there somebody from IDW? Okay,
Oh,
it could be
fuck.
Alpha Bravo.
If it was an IDW set of Combiner Wars, that fucking might. Because of Combiner Wars of Defensor, because then like the fucking first aid might be the fucking thing to pull me in.
God.
Oh, I know what this is. This is from Commando. Get to the chopper. That's what this is. It's not a Transformer at all. It's just Arnold. Little.
Here comes Matt for that green I can't say the word. Participation. Yeah, I can't fucking say it. I want to say participation. I just said it right when I was trying to say the other word. Fuck me. So Fanstoys is doing
Where's my
some
medal?
shit.
Where's my medal?
I didn't put it in the notes because I didn't think it was that big. But we can talk about it and pretend like I did after this commercial break.
We can do one more. We'll do one after third party.
Oh, you think we can do one? Okay. And now back to so Fanstoys. There's images of Grinder. Finally, there's some good images. There's some bad images, and there's some ugly images. I listed 3 links for the show notes, and they also showed not package, but like styrofoam tray images of Grinder as well as Sovereign. That's his name, right? Sovereign and Sheepdog, whatever they're calling Weird Wolf.
Yeah, Sheepdog.
I don't remember what he's called.
I like it though.
Lupus.
He's a Lupa? A Lupa?
He transforms into Dr. House.
Transforming into scrub my back while I'm taking a shower.
If they named him Lupus and they named his headmaster House, that would be. I don't know if anybody watched House, but that was always the thing. That was the joke. Everybody thought everything was Lupus for the first 2 seasons. It's like, it's not Lupus.
I'll tell you, I like Fanstoys as much as the next guy, but that Grimlock looks very tapered, like Toy Detox's jeans.
Oh, good. I was worried. It was just me.
No, that.
Well, the waist looks small, and then I was in the Realm Collectors group, and someone was like, "Oh man, I'm glad they made the waist thicker." I'm like, really? And I'm like, yeah, look at it compared to this. And I'm like, I don't know.
It was thick on the first one we saw. That was thick. I like that one. This one, he's lost some weight. Like, he's on the ball.
No, I think the other one is just the angle, man.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's the angle.
Seriously?
I do.
God dang.
I think the other one is just the angle, but I I don't know. The thighs I think look skinny when you're looking at it dead on, but I think like any other pose, the thighs will look fine. But I think that the fucking waist is gonna be hard to ignore.
And the fact those arms are sticking on those little fucking poles.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you probably pushed them in, but one of the things people were saying that they liked more about this when they were trying to find things, because I was like, is this really worth it? Like, does this look better than the Masterpiece mold? Like, what's the pros and the cons? And everybody's like, well, the arms are, better placed, but then if you push them in, which I'm sure you can collapse them because they're the legs, I'm sure there's a way to push them in further, then it's going to look just like, the shoulder is going to look just like the Masterpiece. Yeah,
well, it might be one of those things where it really pays off articulation wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of want some oof.
Well, why is it like you went? Okay, the picture I'm looking at with the Kroger things, the Kroger racks, the picture where he's next to Optimus. I mean, you're kind of looking straight on. I mean, he does look thicker, on the thighs, like you were saying. But why is it so skinny whenever, you're looking straight on, I guess? I don't know. That's just weird.
Bobby?
Yeah.
This picture, when I first saw this picture, I dropped to one knee, put my weight on my cane, and I put my hand up over my eye, and I was like, ugh. And I didn't know why. But now I do. It was a disturbance in the force.
Okay. I thought maybe the dinosaurs had gotten loose at the park.
No, I was saying like Yoda. When Anakin killed all the kids.
Because it's kind of got some John Hammond swag, too.
Yeah. Oh, man, the fucking dinosaur head sculpt is fucking horrendous. I'll say it. Maybe you might not agree, but that jaw fucking kills it. Why does it have that little, that's, the next link, I think, from the spindly picture. It's got that little, burp that, goes down and out. Like, he's got that Jay Leno jaw going on.
Let me try to look it down real quick.
Oh, he's got like a hinge. Kind of looks like a hinge.
That picture of the backpack, he looks like he's doing a little dance. He's doing a little jig, teaching kids about fire safety or something.
This is the last leg, you said?
No, I think it's actually
the second one, the middle one.
Second one, all right.
The second, the first or the second one.
You have to go click on it.
When I looked at it before, I'll be honest, the dinosaur didn't bother me at all because I just kind of wrote it off real quick as okay, well they're in dinosaur mode then on my shelf.
It looks like he's like.
I see what you're saying.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, it's almost too War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron-y.
Yeah, exactly. It's not I mean, I compared pictures and everything else, and I looked at the toy, I was trying to find a precedent, and I couldn't. I mean, I'm not in on this set to begin with. I've had them all up until Stomp. I've actually had them all twice because I couldn't make up my mind. So it's not that they're bad toys. I just don't think they're the set that I'm going to have fun with. But if something happens with Gigapower, which very well may, then I'll go back in on this set. This is my second choice, obviously. But the Grimlock, man, I just don't know. I don't advocate. No, I do, but I don't. Buying the KOs, but man, that knockoff oversized for what it is, I'll go right there. I still think
you can go for the MP wave too. I mean.
Well, yeah, but he's gonna be too small though.
Yeah, you got the little.
Don't say
boots. You got the boots.
Say it, man. You know.
You got the high risers.
The weird. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, in my opinion, what this has going for it is the legs being covered. And, maybe the legs have a slightly better shape, but they still look really big. They're going to look really big from the side. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough there. I'm not saying, to justify buying it, because if you're in for the set, you're in for it. But, I mean, really justifying it. Justifying making this. I don't know if there's that big of a difference over the size increase.
Yeah, the weird thing to me is that the odd predicament I find myself in is that I don't mind the Takara one scale-wise in dinosaur mode.
Yeah, it's robot mode where he's
exactly. And since I'm not crazy about this robot mode, I mean, I'm still gonna get it because I just want to try it. but I'm not sure if my shelf may have already reached its final form.
That's how you get hooked up math, Bobby.
Yeah.
I don't like that his jaw or the back that shield piece right there or something by his mouth. That big, looks like a shield or something. I don't know what that's all about. In the Dino mode or his head.
There's one thing I know for sure. It'll be better than the G Creations Grimlock.
Yeah. Matt, just to touch on what Matt said, you talking about the cheek?
Yeah, the cheek.
Well, it looks really defined like it's going to be a button. Like it's going to have a gimmick similar to the Masterpiece. And if that's the case, then that really, what's the point? I like how the teeth, I kind of like how the teeth look more vicious, like they have a little curve to them. But at the same time, Grimlock didn't have that. Grimlock had perfect cookie cutter, jagged line Charlie Brown shirt teeth.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson hairline teeth, like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Grimlock's going to take his ball and go home. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I will say that this, I'm a Fanstoys fan, and this leaves me with some to be desired for sure.
And the accessories, there's a picture in one of those links where the accessories are sitting beside him, and it's a crown, a sword, and a gun. It's the same thing that comes with the Masterpiece. Like, I just feel like, as much as I say about Fanstoys, and mostly it's the Fanstoys fans that bug me.
It's the Tupac situation.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
It's the Deadpool situation.
Yeah, that too.
Dynamo don't look that bad.
For you kids that are still in high school and know who Tupac is.
Joe KW called Deadpool a douche magnet.
That is true. That is true words. The Dynamo don't look that bad.
I just don't know. This is not Fanstoys standard, is what I was going to say. Like, there's just not enough here. Fanstoys always add something. Like, there's always something. Like, they manage to get shit right even when they get shit wrong. And, like, I just don't, it's not as, like Quakewave. Quakewave as a toy is perfect. It doesn't look as much like G1 as the Masterpiece does, but it's still a good toy. So, like, it doesn't look like what I want my Shockwave to look like. Now, there's actually an option that does. But, like, they get shit right. The build, the quality, the materials, the weight, like, the fun factor, like, it's all there. And there's something redeeming about every single one of their toys, whether I end up liking the toy or not. And there's just looking at this, I don't see it. Like, I just don't see a need for it.
But what could you make? What could you do to Grimlock to not to take away from the G1 quality?
That's what Greg has been saying.
That's what I've been saying.
There's just some characters you just can't do that. I mean, you can't add on to stuff.
Grimlock is big ass lower legs, a little fucking head, a big ass gold chest, and a pair of fucking kibble wings on his back. And that's fucking Grimlock. And there's not much you can do to deviate from that. And I've said this before, I think in the discussion. Like, there's some characters, like Shockwave, actually, we were talking about Quake Blast. Like, there's some things you just can't, you can't deviate from, or you lose what makes the character. Like, Shockwave is always going to put his legs together in some fashion, lean forward and put his hands together. I mean, that's the character. That's what he is. He's going to turn into the gun. That's what he does. Megatron, well, no, I can't say that because fucking make toys and everybody else fucked that shit all up. Optimus is always going to turn into a truck. He's going to do it basically the same way. Like, you can't really deviate too much. So then you start wondering, like, is a third-party one really necessary other than to adjust the scale?
Right.
Like, to go with the other, like, Grimlock's Grinder is a little bit bigger, I assume, so he'll scale better. But I mean, is that the only benefit? Like, I don't know. I don't even think no, because Gigapower's doing fucking toy shit, so they kind of have to make a Grimlock, because I don't think unless you get that comic style knockoff oversized, there's a Grimlock that suits that set.
I mean, that was the only knock on the MP Grimlock was that he was just smaller than. But Takara, they don't make stuff for third party, and they didn't know. I wish they would have made their Dinobots, the whole Dinobots. I think that would have been a great seller to make all those. But that's the only thing that was knocking on the MP Grimlock was the size, of them.
the thing about third-party masterpiece scale is to supplement official. And most companies have the sense not to go head-to-head with Takara. I mean, even Fanstoys canceled Soundwave, and arguably have canceled Hot Rod. I hear things from both sides.
Yeah.
But they don't make the same characters that are available. Like, you don't see somebody making a fucking smoke screen.
Right.
For a Prowl. But with the Dinobots, you kind of have to be in on all 5. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to make a cohesive set, but the whole reason for third-party Dinobots was to supplement MPO8. So, like, you're kind of stuck. Like, if you go in on making Dinobots, like, you're supplementing the set, but you kind of have to break the third-party. You have to kind of break the mold and make that 5th character, because you're going to end up with a set with one of these things is not like the other.
So should they have made them smaller?
Well, no, I'm not saying they should have made them smaller. I'm saying that, like, the evolution of their product over the last couple of years or 3 years has put them in a spot where they have to make it, and it puts fans who bought the other 4 to build around their masterpiece in a hard place, because they have to decide, well, shit, do I want to keep this? Which is the whole reason I started building this collection of Dinobots. Or do I throw it out and buy this 5th one and just say, fuck it? I mean, in my opinion, and some people don't agree, and that's fine. Some people don't care about scale and all that. I just think Grimlock's a weird character. Like, if you're going to do the other Dinobots to go with MP, I mean, you have to do a Grimlock, and then that means you're replacing the masterpiece, and I don't know. For me, that'd be a hard choice. And that's going to be a hard choice in 2027 when Gigapower puts up Grimlock. Like, I'm going to have to fucking sit long and hard and think, like, do I want to replace my Grimlock? And I'm going to forget where I am because I'm old. I want my pills. And
why am I in my underwear? I'm leaving mine. I'm leaving mine in Dino mode, so I don't think I'll need this Grimlock. I think I'll be fine with just MP ones.
Yeah, like my thing is, if it was any other company, like, I would definitely be like, I'll just be fine. But I think the position that I'm in is that I'm debating on whether or not to have 2 sets. And if I have 2 sets, then I obviously need to have them in robot mode. So I need to know for sure in hand whether or not I think it's enough. So mine is going to be basically, do I like this enough to buy it twice? And I'm not sure that I will.
If you do go down that path, are you going to buy, like, the alternate versions, or are you going to buy, like, straight up doubles?
No, I'll buy the alternate slag.
I mean, not the perfect fusion. I mean, like, the alternate, like, the whatever FTO.
The G2?
No.
The G2 ones?
X7.
No, they'll be duplicates.
Bobby, did you go in the? You didn't go the G2 routes for these, did you?
Negative.
Okay, I didn't think so. It's a lot of money.
That was just you until he gave up.
Yeah, you'll win. You'll win on everything.
He tapped out then. He's like, he was a good dude.
Fuck yeah.
Dude. I love seeing him at TF5. Anyways,
one of the greatest.
Oh, is that all third party we got?
Yes. That's why I was asking y'all. Y'all know anything?
I don't think anything else has come out third party
You guys
wise.
want to the World Series for a minute? We might have a signing with Charlie Sheen tomorrow.
Really?
I won't be able to go. Yeah. So these people people were trying to petition for Charlie Sheen to be at the game, throw out the first pitch because of Major League, where he played the Indians pitcher, and the Indians went to the World Series. And Major League Baseball was like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Just a bit outside.
So, they were able to get Charlie Sheen to come to Cleveland, which I think he would have done anyway. But one of the people that's hosting him just happens to be one of my boss's former partners. He's hosting him at his business. He actually went and picked him up from the airport, and he's like, "Hey, so while you're here, we got this thing tomorrow." So there's a 80% chance that we'll have a Charlie Sheen signing tomorrow, but it's in Cleveland, so I'm not going to get to go, which sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
But then again, the Indians may lose. It's Cleveland and Chicago. It's two towns whose sports teams are known for choking and very fucking up everything they do.
Right.
So I think that it's going to get to the 9th inning, and then we're going to all die. A meteor is going to hit the Earth, and we're going to go extinct like the dinosaurs. Coming up on official news, it used to be called Hasbro News, but now they got their tentacles in the statue game, so we can't really call it Hasbro News anymore. So let's just call it officially licensed news. 3A threatens us with TF5 figures. They say tease, I say threat.
I don't see. There's nothing there.
I'm gonna go to that right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of substance. Yeah, there's no substance. They're just making the announcement. That's why I called it a threat.
What? And so.
There's
3A.
There's no pictures, Bobby.
Yeah, I saw the I saw the Prime. I mean, not the Prime. The Megatron in hand.
All fucked up head sculpt.
Yeah, with the different bucket. It's got like a different bucket. Like I brought that up. Like it was funny because Paik was like, I like that it's a different head sculpt. I was like, it's not too far off, but I was like, they gotta be careful about shit like that. Like that's the type of shit that you need to be right.
Get you shut down.
That's man. That's like smokestacks on Optimus' shoulders.
But they also did the Megatron, right? They did the movie Megatron beforehand. Yeah, so like I messed with that too. I'll tell you, that did not impress me. I could tell that the other people that were on the little panel were impressed, so I kind of just let it ride. But I was like, ooh, if I spent $400 for this, I would be bummed out. Like there's plenty of like the part count is ridiculous and the paint is fucking insane and there's lots of good stuff, but like it has those ratchets that are like really wide in the hips, so like if you know what I'm talking about, like you put the figure down and the feet go out like an inch, but like a half inch. Yeah, like a half inch on both sides, and then when you pick it up, the feet come back together like a half inch on both sides. Like I don't like that shit, but if I was spending $400 for it, I wouldn't want that issue, personally. But everybody else seemed to be pretty enthralled with it. So, and I know that 3A has a great reputation, so I'm not, but whatever.
What's that?
So, what are you gonna do with yours when you get it?
Yeah.
In the bathroom. While I'm taking a shit, I'll be like, $300 shit, $400 shit. All right. You know what I really think's cool is this Generation Toys Jazz, these magnet doors.
Yes.
So cool.
That noise is that you slapping those doors.
Man, I'll slap these all night.
Oh, I forgot. I got that too. I got that. That's another one that I passed on to someone who wanted it.
Bobby, in your review, you said they should do more of these, more of it often. I can't agree with you more. I mean, that is so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't know. Anyway,
that's a good figure, man.
I haven't transformed them yet. I'm gonna do it later, but I like the card mode. I'm really digging it.
It's just a good, straightforward figure. Like it's almost refreshing.
I'm glad they came out first. I'm glad the Jazz Wars, whatever this one came out, because I don't think I probably would have passed up on this one if he would have been in the middle or something.
Right.
But a good $100 worth, a good $100 spend. I have to say that.
What were you gonna say, Greg?
Oh, I was going to agree. I think it's a good figure.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the kind of thing that doesn't really have a place in anyone's collection right now.
That's the problem.
Except as a placeholder.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to keep them. I am going to, the MMC one and, official when they come out. I'll still keep this one.
Yeah.
Anyways, the statues, I ain't spending $300-$400 on a statue. I mean, they're
Especially
nice.
Not on movie designs.
Oh, I would, if I had the money. But I gotta be selective, So.
Bobby, you said you don't have $400 to spend on a movie design. Well, buddy,
we got some for you.
You are in luck. XM Studios just showed a very early sculpt for their G1 Optimus Prime statue.
It is fucking beautiful, though, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, it does look good.
Look at the fucking details on that thing.
It looks very, like Alex Milne.
I was gonna say maybe,
It looks...
Alex Milne, yeah.
It looks more like a functioning robot, like a mechanical biological being would look, versus the straight up G1 blocky design.
Agreed.
Like, you can see it, like, it's got that same, like, it invokes the same, like, memory, or, like, when you see it, you're like, oh, shit, that's G1 Optimus Prime. But, yeah, it looks like it has a musculature.
Yep.
But I think that the Bay designs kind of fucked up with their polygons and such.
Yeah, this
It
is
looks like an
fucking
ab crunch.
badass.
The ab
Now,
crunch, man.
is it a statue or a figure? It says statue, but it looks like it has joints that move.
It does, but good night, that's beautiful. All the fucking
Design.
lights.
Yeah, and the lights on the gun too. Subject to approval by Hasbro. Come on, Hasbro. You know damn well you approve this.
And it'll be like, don't like it. Get it out of here.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna take all the light bulbs out of my office at work, and I'm just gonna drop like $3,000 on statues with lights.
It just
That's gonna be my stores. I'll go to a remote.
Hasbro just looks at it and looks over at the Combiner Wars Prime and looks back at it and looks over at the Combiner Wars Prime and then goes, oh, hell no. Puts a big red X on it.
Yes. Yeah, I like what he's standing. That's a lot of detail.
Fuck
God dang.
yeah, dude. This fucking thing looks great.
That's $1,500 right there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be able to fuck with it, but...
I'll be honest with you. I was ready to trash this thing because I didn't really look at it. I saw the thumbnail, and I just clicked on it earlier, and I'm like, oh, wow. It's actually, it looks really good.
Yeah.
But, like, the abdomen, like, the little joints in the thumbs, like, the little, like, cylinder joints, like,
yeah.
all that stuff like that, and the thighs, it really makes me think about... the pelvis, too, it makes me think about Milne's work. Like, all this stuff is very reminiscent of that to me.
Alex, give it up, Alex.
Yeah, make some with Alex, goddammit.
God dang. Nice.
Yeah.
You can afford it. Good job.
Yeah, if you can afford it, I'd like to be your friend, first and foremost.
There you go.
And
Birthday parties.
So, if it's okay with you guys, I decided to break up the statue news with a little bit of Masterpiece news. We'll get back to statue news
This
as
is
quickly as
clever.
possible.
I think this is clever.
And this is old news at this point, but it was new news at the point that I made the notes. Masterpiece Primal, the diecast Mace, comes in a banana crate, reminiscent of Del Monte or Chiquita.
well, good.
Yeah, it's neat.
That's awesome.
I don't
I
want
like
the Mace, but I want the box. And I want the box just to have the box. And I don't really want the box for any purpose other than it's a little tiny box. So it's kind of a useless thing, but I really want it. And I almost bought one on eBay for $15.
Damn. Where are you going to put your dick?
I
love a good box.
Oh, Jesus.
And I called it.
And
We called it.
time.
We called it.
7:27. Called it.
We
What
called
did you
it.
call?
That you were gonna
Dick in the box. He's going to say dick in the box.
that you were gonna come on and make some sort of like quote unquote trashy type joke. Like I actually predicted you were gonna make a raspberry noise as soon as you came on, but you still didn't disappoint.
Oh, thank you.
I said trashy jokes.
How are you?
So,
I'm
what do you
good.
think about
How are
this?
you?
I'm well.
What do you think about this little beige box, little tiny beige box?
What'd you get this week, Rob?
Oh yeah, let's run through the notes again. Let's get you over. Robert, what'd you get this week?
I got
Oh,
Simba.
He's kidding.
Oh,
I got Simba.
I'm not kidding. I want to hear what he
Good
got.
for you, man.
I got Simba. I still haven't. I finally brought him home from the office, and I'm gonna disengage Oompa Loompa mode.
Just take him, take the halves apart, and then loosen. That's one thing about him. He's too tight.
Yep.
Fucking that's weird for KFC.
Yep.
Just loosen the screws, maybe 1 or 2 turns, like all the screws except for the obvious ankle screw, and then it'll be like.
Greg, just get on Skype with him later and just fucking show him how.
So mean.
How do you
He's
feel?
going to tear up his toy. You know he will.
That's fine. Don't blame it on Keith again. Robert, how do you feel about Merlin's staff being the only thing that can stop Unicron?
High five if you like it.
I'm dead serious. I'm going to get through all this because this is much more entertaining than talking about statues.
Is this part of the? Is this in the movie? I didn't even get there. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Takara Tomy won a Japanese award. That's not.
Oh, well, it's good. Robert's here. Oh no, that's Oscar that does the questionable voices. Never mind.
That's horrible. Fucking Merlin's staff. What is it? Is that the key to Vector Sigma or some shit?
That's the lost
Hey,
relic.
so what do you think of Paramount getting sued for almost $300,000
You
for
should be happy for
reneging
that.
on an advertising deal?
Hey, real quick, side story worth noting. Fucking, you guys hear about the major bus crash in Baltimore City? Yesterday?
Yes.
No.
Fucking Robert sends me a text.
Oh,
Like,
he was there,
do
wasn't he?
you know anybody that might be on that bus crash?
Sarah? Yo, he's hustling, man.
Yes. Robert wanted to know if I knew anybody that was on the bus. And fortunately, I did not. So,
He said, give him a card.
yeah.
Robert,
Yes.
speaking of buses, what do you think about the Combaticons and the Aerialbot tease from Toyworld?
I love it.
Do you need an additional 44 inches of plastic in your life?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm very excited for the Aerialbots. I wish there were more Aerialbots to show than Combaticons.
I said that too. I said that too,
You
bro.
know. Yeah, it's like whatever.
Another question that needs to be asked in regard to that is, do you think they're going to be fucking releasing them in concert?
Oh.
No, I think it'll be straight
With
up.
music?
Are they going to do it with music? Yeah.
Can you imagine if it was $200 every time they dropped?
I can't.
Oh,
Fuck
no.
that. Fuck that.
Wait a minute. They could really fuck you. And
Fox
it
that.
would be like one Aerialbot and one Combaticon in a set.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
No, it wouldn't be a set.
if you buy from a place that offers free shipping,
Then you
there's a
save.
bonus there.
Then you
Save $30?
you save a couple bucks.
I'm honestly not as excited for the Bruticus as I am
See?
for the Superion.
See?
Because we see Bruticus. I mean, we have a good Bruticus.
Yeah, but we could have a bigger one. I know I sound shallow. Like, I hear the words coming out of my mouth, and I realize that it is shallow words.
No, I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm just saying I'm not as excited as I am for the Superion. And honestly, I would rather see them do Menasor.
Oh, well, you're talking my language there.
What if they put
Defensor? Oh, they're Generation Toys doing Defensor.
What if they put out What if they put the Bruticus out and they take a jab at Warbitron, and you get a kit where you build your own masterpiece Shockwave
And Grimlock and whatever.
and Grimlock?
Like a
What would
great
we do
one.
with the Aerialbot?
Oh,
Masterpiece Alpha Tryon. You said
Hey, what if they do a Seeker Combiner? Okay, I'll see myself out.
Easy pass.
I'll see myself out.
I think people would jump all over that. The same people who want
The
Dinobot
Dinobot,
Combiners
yeah,
would fucking buy that.
and they'll justify it by saying, "Well, they're this scale seekers, and we don't have those yet.
That one episode.
Whatever." Or masterpiece scaled seekers. I can't think of a market. I can't think of a scale market that hasn't been just completely fucked by seekers. Even Legends get seekers now.
I love them.
I love them too, man. But sometimes enough is enough. Sometimes enough is enough.
Oh my god.
Oh, he touched my penis.
Alright, I'm not really going through all this news.
No, let's just go to the next statue.
No. We only got like one more. What do you think about Grinder?
What about United Warriors? We got United Warriors, Bruticus.
Fine. Fuck Robert's feelings.
I'm sorry, it's alright.
I don't know. I think that photo of Grinder, I mean, just giving Fans Toys the benefit of the doubt, I think it was probably lighting and angle, but I'm being an apologist because it was any other company that showed. If it was any other company that showed that, I would have been like, that looks kind of crappy.
Piece of shit. Take it to the boards.
It looks on par to me with Unique Toys Allen. No offense, Greg. No offense, Bobby. But it looks.
Do you think
Robert would have been like, Belisa, number 2, fetch me my meme maker.
Get the child! Make that baby be quiet! Yeah.
Hey, did you guys hear the news?
Takara's
Can I talk to you about the good word?
Please
about Jesus.
Takara Tomy wins a very Japanese-sounding award. So apparently Takara Tomy just won the Good Design Long Life Award.
Long life.
Very big penis.
They're
Good
like,
life.
dude, nice job on the Pokemon figures, Mac.
Tomy does a lot of shit, though.
No, I know,
like,
I know.
If you look at their website, you're hard pressed to find Transformers.
It fucked
like,
me
it's
up.
all
It fucked me up when I looked at like some Pokemon figures like my daughter bought, and it said Tomy right there on the foot. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, those little scale ones, like the little I don't want to say Marvel scale, but like they're like 2 to 5 maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're like in the quote unquote import section of your Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got like 3 Pokemon, or you get like a human character and 2 Pokemon, or something like that.
That's those
nice.
ones.
Team Rocket blasting off again.
Dude,
Greg, can I say
SH
something?
Figures is doing Pokemon figures. You see that?
What? No. Oh, well, we might be in on those things.
Yeah, like they're doing an Ash that comes with Pikachu.
Oh man!
And then they're doing like the
He's
Team
pink.
Rocket duo that come with the little pink or purple thing, so to speak.
Hold on. Jigglypuff, or they always hung out with
it's not
Meow.
Jigglypuff. It's like the little cat-looking thing.
Oh, Meow. He's
Oh my god, why are we talking about Punk, really?
hold on. I'm gonna hit live.
See, the little purple thing is the other one, the other loser Pokemon that they had.
Hey, do y'all think really people say abort and go to the boards? Do y'all really think people do that?
Shelf right there.
I think they
Mario, Avengers, all that.
You think they do, Bobby?
Yeah.
They said they're doing
Wow.
Pokemon figures.
Alright, got another statue. Fuck yes.
Who's
All right,
hosting?
we're getting Pokemon
Greg's.
figures.
Dude, you guys are going in on the SHF Pokemon. That makes me happy for some reason.
I want
Yeah,
a.
that's actually-
I want an SHF Figure Arts coughing.
Dude,
And I want little smoke accessories.
I might get a SH Figures Jigglypuff just because, like, in my house. All right, this is an interesting story. So, I have 2 brothers, and I technically have 6 brothers, but I only have 2 that I count. And
Yeah, tendon face and
I used to tendon face and musculature face. But they like I only have I come from a poor white trash family, so it's all good. I have 6 brothers, but I only count 2 of them, and one of them is my youngest brother was like right in the perfect age bracket for Pokemon, so he was like obsessed with it. So like he was always a strange kid anyway. But like one day he was like sitting around and telling me and my other brother, who were really close for a very long time, about how he loved all the characters. And we were like, well, name some of them. And he named Jigglypuff, and my brother started laughing like uncontrollably, like couldn't get a fucking grip on himself. So then like my brother and I started referring to our dicks as Jigglypuffs, and it became like an inside joke inside the house. So like if they were to make a Jigglypuff, I'd probably pick one up just for the memory keepsake.
Damn, your
Those are
Jigglypuff
dicks.
puts people to sleep.
What?
That's what Jigglypuff does, puts you to sleep.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no.
a special
Yeah, it can.
See,
It can.
I don't even know that shit. I just play Pokemon Go. I don't know about that real nerd shit.
I don't watch the show. I just play it in real life. Ugh.
Oh, hey, so another thing I forgot that I got this week. I got the Pokemon Go Plus, the little watch thing, the little clicker, so you don't actually have to look at your phone when you're playing Pokemon. I've gone up some levels. Gone up 2 levels since Monday.
Nice.
You know, if you put your phone in the microwave and put it on for 2 minutes and let it just spin, it catches Pokemon for you.
No, it doesn't.
you know what would be to me would be cool is if like there was just like how many like let's say there I don't know what the fucking number is, right? But let's say there was 500 Pokemon, just period.
There are 267 Pokemon.
Okay, let's just say there was 500. If there were 500 Pokemon in the game and it was all the devices were interconnected, so like the person that got Pikachu, and that's the end of it. But you could get it from that person. Like you could attack that person.
Oh, fight to the death.
That would be fucking cool to me.
Oh, that would be fucking brutal.
And then I think it would cause people to end up really fighting.
Nerd fight.
Oh, and it was a mobile game, so people are actually like they're playing in a virtual space, but they're coexisting on like an actual space. Like somebody jumps you for your fucking your Pikachu, and you're like you eyeball the dude that's like looking around with his hood up. Oh man!
Before we move on to these last couple,
We only got
statues,
two. We only got two things.
I know. I just got one more question for Greg. Did you see they also released the third images of the third SH Figure Street Fighter figure?
I have not.
It's some fucking new character.
No.
I was so bummed out. I was like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, it's some character from Street Fighter 5. He looks like he should be in Assassin's Creed or something.
But he's probably really popular in Japan.
Probably.
Just like Masterpiece, we forget that.
Oh.
Man, I was hoping they would do the 8 and the 4.
Yep.
And then worry about it. Maybe,
Yep. And then just do what the fuck you want. Have your way.
No, do 8, do 4, and then do Cammy, Fei Long, and what's his name?
Echo.
Cammy, Fei Long,
Mega Boy.
and then there's the boxer dude.
I'm doing this huge. Fucking BJ.
Yeah.
I love EJ.
Oh, Bobby, you can have a Pinkerton on Nerve Rage, but you can't have me on there.
I can have you on our rage anytime you want. Matthew.
That's what he said. Then you can't get on.
No, then
I know.
You keep knocking, but you can't come in.
then your schedule. Your schedules don't work. So let's look at this.
Yeah.
Let's look at this.
Yeah, that's right. Anytime you want, but man, if you want a burger.
Hey, all I'm saying is we had leftovers.
All I know is Matrix Studio is doing a Dark of the Moon Dino statue.
Dino.
Wait, I don't care about that. Let me ask you a question, Greg. Greg. Would you rather? Would you rather a souped up? Would you rather a souped up Pikachu or a full blown Raichu?
That's a nice fucking dino. That is nice.
Know what the fuck you're talking about?
That's
What the fuck's
boy. That's the size of a child.
Pokemon evolve. That's the whole point.
No,
They
I don't-
evolve.
Bobby, his eyes light up.
Dude,
We got Pikachu's around here, Robert. I don't know about that
Pikachu's on
Raichu
this
shit.
guy.
breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Dino?
No, Dino, right? It's Dino.
New Wonder Woman trailer hits tomorrow.
Oh.
Dude, that music gets me fucking pumped.
What, this one?
Dude, there's so many good movies. Hey, Doctor Strange coming out this weekend. They got some good movies coming out next year.
Gonna see that motherfucker tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
There's some great movies coming out next year, man. Spider-Man,
sure.
Guardians, Thor, Transformers
excited.
5.
Wonder
Transformers 5.
Woman, Justice League, Episode 8, for
Yeah.
Christ's sake.
Dude, I'm excited for everything that's coming out, even Transformers.
John Wick 2.
Except for that.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. Thank you. Fucking
Man, screw both of y'all, man. Keanu Reeves was
Justin
fucking
and, Matt were fucking getting on me about
Dude.
how great that is. I was
Tight.
Land Before Time 20.
Yes.
Hey,
Keanu
it
Reeves
does-
was the shit.
It doesn't matter if it's Hillary or Bush. We get a Star Wars movie for the next 4 years regardless.
That's true. You can't take that.
We get Transformers too. We get 3 Transformers. Yes.
Did you say Hillary or Bush?
Or
Hillary
Trump.
Trump.
He
Sorry.
was talking about the top of his head.
I was thinking about the best option.
Just the
I
tip.
would take a Bush again over a Trump.
All right,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
more thing.
I'd take one of Republicans over a Trump, to be honest with you. I'd take I'd even take a Paul Rand over a Trump.
That guy scares me. I have to say, I'm terrified.
Paul Rand.
Hillary should scare you too.
I meant, who, Trump or Paul Rand?
No, Trump. I'm genuinely scared about where this country can go if he's elected.
Adam,
I meant Paul
But
Rand.
you're not scared Hillary gets elected?
No, not at all. I'm not scared. I'm not saying I'm some crazy Hillary supporter, but
Yeah, sure.
based on the stuff he says and the ignorance that he's shown about the system he's trying to become a part of, I mean, it's very scary.
I think that you're either, I don't want to get too political, I think that you're either voting for, if you vote for one of those two, you're either voting for the status quo or you agree with the shakeup that Trump is presenting. That's what it comes down to.
Speaks the truth.
When you're talking about putting your rivals in jail and controlling the media and fucking, I mean, he might as well be burning books. I mean, you're talking about, a hegemon. That's what you're talking about. It's very scary.
Adam said something funny. He
Yeah,
was like, what if the first thing that Trump did when he got into office was pardon Wiener?
I think the first thing he would do is start grabbing pussies. I think that's what he would do.
Hey, R.I.G. Bruticus, man.
Yeah, that's
That goes. No, Matt was like truth in the background. He speaks the truth. So is it locker room talk, or is he actually?
I hope he does grab some
admitting
pussies.
to forcing himself on women.
He should have just said, "Man, that's just some SCU talk," and that would have been cool.
That might have made me.
We would have got
made me
so much play.
He should have done a disclaimer at the end.
I support SEU.
In all fairness, right? I'm not defending him at all. But when people say, like, well, you do have corroborating witnesses to all these women, it's him. It's what he said he did. Well, in all fairness, they said what he did after he said what he did. If they had said what he did first, and then his tape was released, then it would have been more credible.
But he still said.
Hey, this G2 Bruticus, or not G2 RID Bruticus.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Trump.
Baldigus. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it just enough. I wanted to talk about it just enough, and we can move on. So, Takara Unite Warriors Baldigus.
I wish they just let this line just die out.
I like it, man. I like it. I like that they're doing this. I like it just like I like Galvatronus. At least they're doing something.
What the fuck is this?
It's RID Bruticus from the camo. They had the RID, the 2000, the 2000 RID line.
So he has a...
It's Robots in Disguise Bruticus, but his name was Ruination. Yeah, and
he's a Walmart exclusive, I think.
That's the upside down G2 Autobot logo. It's
like an Antichrist.
No,
it's pretty crappy.
Anyways,
yeah, I actually like this. I think it's good. It's a good use of the repaint slot.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit late? Just a bit.
Not really. Nobody's done this one, so
One too late for Sky Warrior.
The Bruticus is actually a good combiner. I mean, for the combine wars, him and Superion are probably the best ones out of that line, in my opinion. So it's a good, whatever. I mean, if I find it for $30, I'd pick it up definitely.
Isn't the set going to be like 100 something?
Yeah,
it'll be 40 probably.
Yeah.
Would you pay $140 for it, Matt?
Actually, it'd probably be 150 with the yen right now.
I would not.
Would you pay $150?
Like I said, I bet no.
Would you pay $50?
I'd probably pay 50 for it.
I tell you, it'd be nice to get it for that 30 spot, like that G2 Minosaur.
I know. I got the Superior for $30.
Yeah.
Bobby's got a wall with this thing's name on it. Literally.
What if you were at the grocery store checking out and you're looking over to your right and you see like Trident, Juicy Fruit, and then
someone made a
like
live
it's right there. It's like right there in the impulse items that you buy then.
What if you found it in the frozen food section and then somebody be like, someone made a live thing you did
I see that shit all the fucking
time. I love that shit, man. It's funny.
Man,
I like what is it, Mio? Like the little water additive, like the little drops you put in. I'll find that shit in the fucking liquor section. Like, oh, somebody made a choice. Yeah. They were gonna drink raspberry water, but now they're drinking whiskey.
Elios, DiGiorno, G2 Bruticus.
How'd that DiGiorno get here? What's it doing with the G2 Bruticus?
They're like, sorry, it was just I just put all this colorful shit together.
Yeah.
I put the that off the try with Mountain Dew display. And it wasn't there when I went back. That's all I'm saying. I think it worked. So what's the deal with guys sitting on the Facebook and they're always wondering, well, we should send a paycheck to Alex Milne for MC stuff, but they don't want to pay Hasbro.
Yes.
Yeah. I've noticed quite a few people in the last couple of weeks have been saying that, and specifically in the MMC Hub group and on certain YouTube reviewers' videos, that the comic artists and comic people should get a check when MMC specifically is the company, but I'm sure it's in general, but this is the specific occurrence is MMC, when they use characters from IDW. But they're still Hasbro characters. Well, and then to be fair, Death's Head is a Marvel character, and that's an equally, if not larger, machine. Hasbro.
Yeah, I think it's actually more surprising that MMC got away with Death's Head than any third-party release prior.
Especially with an official Death's Head figure coming out, Marvel Legends. It is version 2.
And they have the Marvel Universe Death's Head as well.
A little 3 3/4.
Yep.
Yep, I got him. Car.
Me too.
He says, "Order."
Not my car, but...
I got him. I got him too.
Did you like it?
I like it a lot.
Did you like it?
I like that little death head.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it would be nice. Like, I think it would be a nice, courteous gesture if MMC sent Milne and Roberts like a figure of each of their kind of creations. But I don't necessarily feel like they owe them money, because I doubt that, first of all, when you work for the machine, I doubt that Milne or Roberts own Tarn. My guess would be that Hasbro owns Tarn.
Well, I have an analogy for that. Just whenever.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready to
Okay,
receive.
so you'll tip your server, right?
I will.
You'll tip the bellboy, right?
I reluctantly will.
The bellboy?
Would you tip the dude
fuck
working
that
on
shit.
your car?
The dude
What?
what?
Working on your car.
No.
What?
You already got a paycheck, right?
Yep.
What? You don't tip your mechanic?
No, he
No.
gets a full paycheck.
Fucking, I buy those guys lunch. I'll be like, yo, here's lunch.
I'm putting their fucking kids through school.
That's
Bobby's
okay.
mechanic shop probably not a front for the mafia, Robert. So you got to think about where you live and where you live.
I'm Italian. I tip everyone.
Yeah.
Bobby,
I know.
Do you tip the Sonic girl when they bring out your little Sonic little slushie? Do you tip that little girl?
I'm gonna go to Sonic, man. I'm following the school of deluxe, and I'm staying away from fast food.
56 pounds, bitches.
All in your penis.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like. I mean, they don't. They're not like. This is the sad truth, and I love Roberts and Milne. Like, I think it's probably the best creative team that Transformers has ever seen. But unfortunately, the system that they have signed on to, like, they're not entitled to shit.
Nope.
You know, that's just the truth of it. Like, if they think, if people think that MMC owes Milne and Roberts a check,
Hasbro.
exactly. Like, I seriously doubt that Milne or Nick Roche got any fucking check for that fucking Springer.
No. I mean, would it even be worth it to go after them? I mean, to take them to court. In the long run,
Well, I mean, the artists, the comic guys definitely are. I mean, like, they're making money, but they're not making, like,
No, I'm just saying. would it, would it be even worth to even do the hassle, like, or go through the hassle to even try to get royalties or something, or that you're not, not really owed. I mean, you're not really guaranteed, like you said, that you're not guaranteed anything.
Right.
Well, that's an interesting question. Really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
It's an interesting question because I have litigated copyright cases as a plaintiff, and as a plaintiff, as the client with the claim, you don't lay out any money. It's a contingency fee, right? Or your attorney can go for attorney's fees if he wins. So it really is no skin off your back. The question is whether you have a valid claim, and it does make sense if you're going to get royalties out of it. You're just cutting the attorney in. The issue, though, is like the third-party company could argue, well, it was a work for hire. You don't own the design. Like what Bobby was saying, they were working for Hasbro when they did the design, but in doing that, they'd be admitting that it's a work that they're copying. So they might just actually throw a check out there to make the guy go away. But it's my understanding that because there's a difference between legality and real world. So, like, you could probably make the guy go away with $1,000, and that's probably more than he saw in a long time, just designing for Hasbro. You ask me.
But when I posed the question earlier in the chat, like, should we talk about this? I wasn't even talking about, like, litigation or anything like that. Like, I was thinking about, like, just, like,
What's the right thing to do?
Well, no, not even that. Like, where do you draw the line? Because in all of these cases, people are like, well, fuck Hasbro. But I think they should send IDW a check.
Right.
So where do you draw that line? Like, it's Hasbro owns it. Which is funny in the case of Death's Head, because from what I read, they came up with Death's Head while working on that book, and they liked the character so much, they developed a contingency plan, which was a comic strip, to put out right before the comic, so they could say it was a Marvel character, and Hasbro could claim it. But then, if it's a Marvel character, then that becomes part of a bigger machine, which is now Disney. So, like, if you're like, fuck Hasbro and that establishment, well, if you're like, fuck Disney and that establishment, like...
Which may be valid.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason we're feeling any sympathy or people feel any sympathy is because they have sympathy for the artist who was the creator,
right?
Even though he was creating while getting a paycheck to create for a bigger company.
Yeah, well, and he wasn't necessarily creating, he was just drawing.
Well,
do you think they even care?
Well, sometimes. I mean, like,
really...
Tarn is creating.
Oh, Tarn, yeah, Tarn was. That was very
well, no. I mean, look, if you're an artist who's drawing for a new line, and you have a new interpretation of a character, it's
sure.
You know, the iconic nature of that character is still there, but your take is on it, right? Like these IDW designs, and then fucking Iron Factory starts pumping out all these IDW inspired designs. And that was my idea, like, hey, you're copying me as the artist. I mean, is it the right thing to do to feel sorry for the artist because you don't feel sorry for the company he was working for? You know, I mean, I would say, you know, in the business world, no, fuck them. Is it the right thing to do? You know, hey, you know what? If I was a business, I would say, you know what? We want to design these characters. Let's contact that dude and see if he wants to get involved. You know, and if he doesn't want to, fuck him. If he wants to make a paycheck, bring him on in because we love his designs.
Or it could have just, you know, at the same time, it could just be, you know, like, I think that it's, I mean, nothing's impossible, but I think it might be unrealistic to think that the Hasbro is going to do the DJD, right? Because Hasbro turning a toy into an electric chair just doesn't seem like something they would do.
But they would just repaint Bruticus into Anarchus, and that's it.
Right. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say that, like, if I was working for, let's say that I got a job at IDW, I was doing pinup work, right?
Yes.
Right. I just submitted one piece every 6 months, and they put it as a pinup piece somewhere. Cool. And let's say that I designed an original character for one of those pinups, and like MMC reached out to me and said, like, we would like to see a toy made of that. Would you send us the specs for it? Like, I would jump on that. Now, do I think it would be the courteous thing for them to send me a finished piece in the end? Absolutely. But there's also something to be said about just the gratification of, like, fuck, like, I created this, and now I have a 3D fucking toy representative of it. Like, I think that there is a level of reward to that in and of itself.
And danger. Because you probably get in trouble with the big company because you probably signed a non-compete clause.
Sure. So there would have to be a level of trust, right? And there would have to be some cloak and dagger elements to it. But
stupid superheroes, by the way. Go on.
It's like Cloak and Dagger.
I like them. I like them too. I hate to admit it, but I do like them.
I like Dagger more than Cloak, but yeah.
Yeah, of course, because she's hot.
But I think that, like, they're.
Oh no, I said that backwards. I like Cloak more than Dagger. Sorry.
There is a reward. Like, I think that there is like a bit of satisfaction to be had in and of itself of just a character that you created being so popular that the company that you work for that owns everything you fucking create doesn't necessarily want to make, but this other company will. I think there is a level of satisfaction to that. However, I was surprised when we talked to Milne that he was like, I really would like to get my hands on that Make Toys Swerve. Like, in my head, I was like, they didn't fucking send you one? Like, they should have fucking sent you one.
Yeah. Well, for $65, you can have one.
Of course, but it just that to me seems like a professional courtesy.
He seems like a self-titled nerd.
What does that say about the industry that he's in? That he's like, oh, I wish I could get my hands on one. I wish they'd send me one. but he can't just go buy one.
Right.
Let me
Because
tell
he
you.
said that. He said that was out of his, like, he's like, I can't really buy one.
Let me
So what's that
just
say about that?
Right. If he should be better paid by IDW. Hopefully he's been able to renegotiate.
Maybe if he got some of that Dreamwave money.
I'll tell you what. You know what you were saying, Bobby, was really interesting about. Oh, wouldn't it just be gratifying to see your work? Somebody is like making this three-dimensional, like figure, and they're bringing it to life, and everyone's loving it. Is that gratifying? It calls to like what it was like. It's totally different in many ways, but I feel like the spirit of it is very similar. Because in my business, dealing with injured people, like who are genuinely hurt and their lives are fucked up, as an associate working for the guy I used to work for, I didn't have a hand in the cookie jar. I didn't get a cut off of like helping someone, but I was the one dealing with the family and hearing their problems and helping them. And I was the dude who had to fucking think of a way to win for them. And then when the case was over and they were set up and everything was good and fixed and they were thanking me, it felt great. But I'll tell you what didn't feel good, seeing the motherfucker I worked for get a big-ass check and deposit it. That sucked. It really was a...
Yeah, but that scenario doesn't really work for this. Because
sure it does.
No, because IDW is not getting a check for it.
Robert, are you talking about Costa Mesa?
No, but okay, IDW's not getting the check, but the third party company is.
Correct.
That was a Better Call Saul joke.
No, I don't.
Anyone to pick up on it?
But like,
no, you should.
But your scenario, Robert, would be like it's not the same. Like if you felt gratified of seeing them get the check,
the client,
right?
Just like I would feel, I think I would see the artist feeling gratified seeing it created, seeing people like having the toy, but there is a company making money off of this person's creativity and effort and care.
Sure,
in
but
his design.
But
and it's a jagged pill. It really is.
Sure, but it's also it's also a bit of a tip of the hat, right?
It's a wag of the finger, I would say, and a tip of the hat.
Okay, because let me dude, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's a video game out right now that is making money off of fucking Skullface.
Sorry about that.
And only thing I would want from that is just a little credit at the end to say, thanks, Bobby Skullface. Love your fucking channel.
Okay, but if you were starving or really making so little money that you couldn't afford a third-party figure.
Well, first of all,
and then seeing someone else make bank off of you, that's what makes it. If like one of these artists was fucking rolling in it, maybe it wouldn't be jagged.
Well, first of all, we don't know that they're making bank off of it. Okay, we don't know that.
Bank.
And secondly, we don't know what his finances are either. Like it could be that he has a fucking ridiculous gambling habit. Like, you know what I mean? we don't know what his fucking finances are. So he may be being
running around.
He may be compensated very well by IDW. We don't know the ins and outs of that.
Well, let's just assume.
So if I was going to assume, I would assume that he's being paid quite well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, that's why dudes go indie, because they want to make all the money for themselves.
Dude, IDW is not really indie.
No, I know. But like that's why you'd start your own shit. Because you're sick of seeing the
that's not
company.
That's not why comic book artists go indie, dude.
It's because I want to make a sexy Wonder Woman that people don't yell at me about. No, it's because they want to make the fucking money for themselves.
That's not true.
It's business.
It's not totally business. Like a lot of indie books are nowhere near as successful, dude. Like
no, I'm not saying they actually succeed in it. That's
what I'm saying is that like if you were drawing Batman, if you were on the main Batman fucking book, you're gonna be getting paid a lot more than your fucking indie.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying the indie people who go indie are making bank. I'm saying that their motivation is to just do it themselves.
I think
it's a fool's errand because they don't make the money at the end of the day.
What was the question?
I think that most of the time the reason why they go indie is because of the corporate constraints, not financial constraints.
Damn the man.
I don't know. I don't think it's their creative constraints. I think it's
Dude, there's all the comic artists that you talk to that go indie, they always talk about the creative constraints.
Do they talk about the money?
No.
Then they're full of shit. It's business.
Love that money.
I don't think so, dude. Like, because
if nobody would admit that it's money, it's always money.
No,
Maybe it's a little bit of both.
There's nothing to lose by saying it's money. But I'm saying like if you work for fucking DC or Marvel, now granted IDW is not DC or Marvel, but IDW is a major fucking comic book entity. Like you can't do shit that you can do at an indie place.
This is true. But exactly
down to like the smallest political statements, dude.
Of course, I understand that. I just don't think that's why they're doing it. Like, I need to express myself, so I'm going to start my own company. They want to make the money for themselves.
They usually don't start their own company. They usually just go work for an independent company.
Yeah.
It's not like there's 1,000 independent companies. I mean, there probably are, but it's not like there's 1,000 reputable independent
zines. Remember zines?
No.
Greg, do you remember zines?
Of course I remember zines.
There's like 1,000 of them.
But like I find it like so Milne said like what Greg was saying. Milne said when he was on the show, he was like, you know, I can't afford it. But like,
and you didn't ask him why.
No, because it's kind of a rude question to ask. Do you know what I mean?
What? He said it. He opened the door.
That's true. That's fair. But
his IRS liens are his business.
Right. But there's a part of me that wants to be like, dude, let me see the books. Do you know what I mean? Because somewhere down the line, a poor decision is being made. Because it's $60.
Well, I mean, it's easy to judge when I think we all get acclimated to live to a certain lifestyle, and that includes purchasing toys at a certain price. You know, I mean, remember when you started? Would you when you started out, when you went back into it, and you like collecting Prime? You know, I mean, and a Voyager was what, $20?
Collecting Prime? That wasn't me.
When you started back into it,
that was me.
When I started back into it, I started back in with a third party.
Because he's better than everybody.
All right, you're better than everybody. Okay.
No. It's just when I started back up, I started buying shit that was around $100 a pop.
True, but you didn't have that much. You had you had 6 shot, and it was like, this is Hexatron, and it was like, whoa, and this is, you know, Hercules, and it was like, whoa.
Hercules.
It wasn't like, this is Gravity Builder, and this is fucking Toyworld Devastator, and this is this.
But no, see, that was a major purchase for me, though. Like, that was a $450 purchase for me. Like, that was not a casual purchase. That was
that's when he knew he was in the big time.
But now it's you become used to it.
I have.
Right, but I'm saying maybe, you know,
dude, if I fucking created a character and they fucking put it out for $60, I'd fucking buy it.
Fucking buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the guy makes $40,000 a year, and that's it.
Maybe
he doesn't have a gambling habit. Maybe he has 10 kids and 4 baby mamas.
Maybe he's got family.
Maybe he has...
And feet.
And did you like my Halloween costume?
Yeah, I did. I actually talked about it on Nerd Rage today.
I wasn't on Nerd Rage today.
Me neither. I was like, Bobby, can I get on? He was like, yes. I was like, awesome, when? He was like, contact Adam. I'm like, fuck.
Dude, you chat with Adam all the time.
That sounds like it. I don't chat with Adam all the time. I wish I chatted with Adam.
And I'm like, Adam, when can I get on? Crickets.
Never.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised he just didn't give you a thumbs up. That's like, I'll ask him a question, he'll give me a thumbs up. But is that a yes? What the fuck?
What's with the thumbs? All right, good discussion, man.
Yeah. Good
job. That's a good one, Greg. That was really good one.
Yeah.
What was the consensus? Is there a consensus?
There's not one. There'll never be one. I mean,
well, let's do a final thoughts. What do you think, Matt? What do you think?
I didn't understand the question, Bobby. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be truthful. I don't know, man. Everybody steals from everybody. I mean, should he get something? I mean, you know, maybe a little nod or something. You know, something, you know, on their, you know, in their bios or something. I don't know, but nothing. You know, I don't think you should send them money. I mean, whatever. I mean,
the question was, where do you draw the line? It wasn't, do you think that they should get money?
Oh, we're not drawing the line. I'm sorry.
It was like, what's the difference? Why can you say fuck Hasbro? Well, fuck them, but they should send this artist money.
I mean, you can't. I don't know if there's a line. I mean,
I think it's the
I mean,
right
it's gonna happen. I mean, it's happened, since the beginning, and it's gonna happen more, and down the line. I mean, that's just life.
And we don't know that MMC isn't paying him.
Yeah, they may be, it's something under the table or something.
We also
or,
don't know if MMC isn't just being like, look, man, like send us some sketches of Tarn, and we'll send you a Tarn figure.
Yeah.
Also,
what's the scoop on that?
There's
Send
always
us
a design.
dispatch.
There's always a designer. There's
shit.
always
You
an
don't see
artist.
John Gibbons' fucking tattoo?
There's always a designer. There's always an artist. So you're just saying, is it the best ones or all of them? Every single one of them. Where do you draw the line? It's a slippery slope.
Slippery slope.
Well, I mean, like
Slippery slope.
I mean, like Swerve, like in Tail.
Slurs. Sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done.
What about the test?
Swerve is like that is Milne's Swerve. That is Milne's tailgate.
Right.
Yeah. What about the dude that designed the Combiner Wars fucking Menasor? Because of you, he's hung himself in his basement.
That's not true, dude. I already got blamed for something you said last week.
I know.
Oh right, with the king and queen.
I told you, Matt. And
I didn't correct them.
But it does sound like something you would say, though.
Fucking Robert didn't correct him.
Well, I wasn't sure, and I hadn't heard the rest of the episode yet, so I didn't want to be like a douche and claim credit for something I didn't say.
Yeah, you said it. I did not.
All right. What about you, Greg? Where do you draw the line? I mean, is there a line to draw?
So to speak. Who's called my artist?
Yeah, I think that if you're gonna say fuck paying Hasbro, then fuck paying the people that drew it.
Word up.
For it.
I agree with you.
I think it's stupid.
Stupid.
Well, I'll tell you what, watching your Death's Head video, Bobby, I was like, I said they were the fucking queen? I actually said that to myself today.
Yeah, that's a rough figure, Mac. Oof.
I hope that one isn't mine.
Dude, I was done when you said
I hope you didn't fucking cherry pick.
No.
when the Weapons wouldn't fit on the back. I was done like that. I was like, that's messed up.
My tape better be pristine.
You gotta make the holes big enough for the weapons.
That, the paint chipping off, the fucking head flopping out, the fucking. I feel like I agree with Greg and Robert. They're not entitled to shit underneath the kind of the game, so to speak, that we are all playing. But I think they're business-wise, they're not entitled to shit, but maybe morally.
Yeah,
like,
tip of the hat.
It would be nice to give them a tip of the hat. But we don't know that the tip of the hat is not happening with MMC.
That's true.
We know that it was not happening with Make Toys. But we only know that about Swerve. Like, it could be that he got a tailgate. We don't know.
Swerve.
That's just funny to me, man. I'm not sure why.
I don't know either.
Man, if I was a company,
You would slurred, you would just use it time.
If I was if I wanted to do designs, if I wanted to do figures based on anything comic book related, I'd reach out to the artist on a down low. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Right, we don't know that that's not happening either.
Who knows?
Nobody knows. That's what he just said.
I mean, like we wanted to get in touch with Alex Milne. We got in touch with him within 24 hours, and we were nobody.
And we scared him off.
We should get in touch with him now because we are somebodies.
And he, Alex Milne's a big fucking deal, man. Like,
he is. I'm buying his comics now.
He's probably like no bullshit. He's arguably the best Transformer artist to ever do it. Yeah, that's something to be said for that, you know.
All right, we got questions.
Yeah, Vince, what's your tattoo? Is that a Mystery Science Theater 3000 Matrix thing going on?
Did you see it?
I just saw it. Hold on. I'll share it with you.
We should all get together on like Bobby's couch and like watch Transformers the movie Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I would do that in a fucking heartbeat.
Why don't we get together on your fucking couch? You never fucking invite anybody to your house.
It's probably
you want to come to New York? Yeah,
you're never around when we need you. You're just like, oh, show up and see you.
He's sitting there with the white beater and a little top rider. And
I'm actually wearing a white beater and underwear.
Of course you are.
God, what a sight that must be.
I'm
Are
drinking
you in your underwear, or are you going free balling tonight?
boxer briefs, and I'm drinking.
Please
Jameson
tell me
out
you
of
have
a
your
coffee
socks
cup.
on.
But he still has his suspenders on.
I just took them off.
The
Dude,
suspenders or socks?
A man in
Socks.
a man in his underwear and like an undershirt and socks is literally like the worst
Sexy.
look he can possibly have.
Oh, whitey toddies?
Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter
awesome.
what your physique is.
Whitey tighties.
It doesn't matter. It fucking looks absurd.
Tidy whiteys.
Anyway,
You like it.
let's at least do the MP collector
Yeah,
question.
we got questions from Paul C. and some other people too, so we may not
Wait,
get to them.
who's hosting this fucking show?
Oh,
Go for it.
Oh, let me get the notes back up. I kind of took a nap there when you and Robert were talking.
oh, that's not very nice.
No.
Yeah.
I just figured it was a good time to catch him. It was like Hasbro news for me. Figured it was a good time to catch up.
Whatever, lady.
Oh, Bobby and Robert are talking.
Let's go
So-
with it.
Why is official MPE seemingly getting more expensive while third party is getting cheaper? Ask Dylan T.
Oh,
Hubris.
Hubris.
that's a good question. Is 3P actually getting cheaper though?
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, like,
Uh,
I feel like this this Primal, yeah, like, just looking at it from the outside in, I haven't messed with it yet, but like,
Do you have one coming?
yeah, I think so. I think tomorrow.
Oh, good.
you're welcome.
Oh, look at that, Bobby! You got a Primal, huh?
No, I'm borrowing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where you buying it from?
From
Got
an
a
SCU
spot on it.
Card.
from an SCU listener. So, but before I get it,
MasterCard. That was good. That was good.
but anyway,
Harris to admit that he loves Optimus Primal.
anyway, I feel like $120 for that figure. Just looking at it, I'm like, if I think about that, and then I think about Sphinx for $90, or Grenader for $90 or $80, or I mean, I don't know.
That's just a couple. I mean, there's still some high-priced ones out there.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, even like look at like the Megatrons that came out and how much bigger they are and how much more complex they are versus this. You know,
Well, you have to if you're gonna judge the price, you need to go by what it costs in its native market, because third party costs the same everywhere, but Takara goes up when it's imported. I think, right?
No, like because
Vape.
My dad got
vape, right?
my dad got
Because
Quantron.
vape.
My dad got Quantron for a little bit cheaper than what it is over here.
Well, I know Amazon Japan, and Amazon's kind of like the low price standard, I think, these days. For some shit's not, but dude got it. I said it earlier. Dude got it $98 shipped from Japan. I got it the same day I did, and I got EMS shipping because that's just how I roll. Because it used to be cheaper, it used to be worth it. But that's how my pre-orders is set up. So I have to roll with it until January.
Can I just?
Yeah.
So let's say it was $90 in Japan. So $90 American dollars without shipping. Do you think it's worth? Would you say it was worth $90?
But see, I can't really do that because, like, if the shit is being made in Vietnam, and then it's making its way to the States, and then I'm buying it.
It's pay to play.
Right? No, definitely. But if versus something that's being made in China and making it to the States, and you know what I mean, like, it's still like I think it's easily arguable that third party is definitely, like, the prices are tipping, and that Masterpiece is at least as expensive as it's always been, if not gradually more.
Look at Shockwave. What was it, 165?
So yeah, that's another good example.
How much is Inferno?
50,000.
I don't know.
129.
Was it 120?
120, 130. Was it 120, 130, or 130, 140? I can't remember.
It was 120, I think.
Okay, 120, 120. So
I think,
130
I'm not-
if you want the
yeah.
fucking whatever it is.
So do you
Can I
think
just-
that's comparable to, say, insert third-party
Jesus.
toy here that costs 120?
Yeah, but not insert third party MMC that costs $90.
I love them. Okay, well, hold on. I think I think perhaps the dynamics affecting pricing with third party, the factors affecting the pricing with third party, I think Takara, I think they believe they're immune to it. Okay, I think right now we've all talked about it's a race the competition isn't to make the best figure, it's to come out with a quote-unquote MP scaled, built, in the realm of built figure first, right?
Agreed.
And I think the only way to counter that is who came first, is to get your own fucking pre-order out, even though it's not as far along, for less money. To give the consumer that option. And I think perhaps that's been a bit of an impetus to push price down.
And another thing is, MPs hold their value too, though. I think. Not all of them.
Definitely.
Also.
Definitely.
So,
but that's
when you're paying, $600 to say Dirt TFC Defensor, you can find them on the boards now for $200, $250, give or take.
Definitely.
So, I think perhaps, people are buying TFC. I think TFC is a great example, because TFC comes out, they get credit for coming out first with characters that other people are not touching yet. So people jump all over it, and they get to charge a premium for it, when maybe if there was competition for what they're doing, like if there was another set of Seacons coming out by a high-end third-party company, you'd either see price competition or people would be opting for the perhaps better-made figure.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
The competition.
Totally.
Because, you see, people trying to get out, Hoist and Trailbreaker. And, it's not the company that maybe you are leaning towards, but they're going to be the first ones to come out. So, if you're one of those kind of people that had to have it first, and you get it, and you're like, well, this sucks.
And with Takara, now, right, you could be like, did you get Make Toys or MMC Inferno? Make Toys or MMC? And then Takara just, rolls their dick out on the desk, and they're like, boom, MP, and this is the price, and everyone's going to fucking gobble that cock.
Well...
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, I think also, I don't mean to cut you off, Greg, but I think also sometimes that cock is earned.
That is true.
True. You would know.
Like
Inferno, that's going to be earned.
Inferno, it looks like that cock has been earned. The Megatron is, that might be a way.
Jazz, they do their Jazz. I think that'll be earned.
I think that the Megatron price is going to be very interesting.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that last week, did we?
Yeah, well, that's actually what I was going to say. Takara is a legitimate company, and I don't mean that as a knock to third-party companies, but third-party companies that are 5 people, they can adjust the price on the fly. But Takara, and Hasbro, they have price points, and they talk about these things in yearly, quarterly views, and somebody's moving a bookcase. They said it, and it's not like they can really change it. They're too big of a machine.
Well,
they
did change it with Ultra Magnus.
Did they, or did Big Bad Toy Store change that?
Well, I guess
because remember, Big Bad Toy Store put it up for $200 and some, and then everyone copied them, and they're like, "Oh, psych! It's going to be $173," and then everyone changed. Because I think in that regard, that's another discussion. Because Big Bad Toy Store, if you notice, they're always the first, and then everyone else follows them. And if they ever make a change, everybody else follows them.
They put them pre-orders.
But also,
because Joel doesn't give a fuck. Joel wants his money, and he'll take your money as quick as he can.
But also, we should probably, yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, you can also cancel with them, and they don't require payment up front.
Was I knocking them?
No, I'm saying that as an added point to the greed factor.
Well, it's not a greed thing. No, I'm not saying. I didn't say it was greed at all. I'm just saying that he's ready. He wants to get it out there as quick as possible. It's not necessarily greed. It's just being first, and he's willing to. He's a man that's willing to admit that he made a mistake.
Yeah,
as long as you have your support. Maybe Joel should run for fucking president next.
I also think that, like, you know, with a company the size of Big Bad Toy Store, their communication line is probably better. So, so I guess we don't know. We don't know if that was like an initial price estimate that he was given, or if he was just picking the number out of thin air.
Yeah, I mean that happens with other toy lines too. I think like he goes by like what previous things have cost, and he kind of guesstimates.
Maybe.
Like what we do. Like we'll see a Masterpiece or even a Fanstoys figure. Like, oh, what do you think it's gonna run? Yeah, 130. And Matt will be like, oh, 140. Rob will be like, 137.99.
Dixon Winger.
It's the same. Yeah.
It might be. We just don't know.
I think it's just guessing. But anyway.
But that's good that, you know, Big Bad, you know, BBTSL changed their price. You know, they're wrong. I think they've done a couple of figures like that before. You know, they just want to get that pre-order out, you know, and everybody, you know.
And to their credit, it says a lot for their business that everybody else copies them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? It's just like HLJ over in Japan.
Yeah.
Everybody waits for Hobby Link to post something and everybody else adjusts it and does whatever.
But like, it looks like that Megatron is going to have a high parts count.
And plus accessories.
So, well, like, I can see, like, I don't...
Say 200.
Yeah, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility for that motherfucker to be close to $200.
And to be fair, I didn't mention this before. Primal has some gimmicks. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gimmicks. And he comes with 2 swords and 6 faces. So, I mean, that's a parts count, too. So, I mean... Definitely.
But I just, like... I would find it difficult to believe that it costs more money to make than Sphinx.
I mean, what's Sphinx's gimmick? Getting sold when Takara announces theirs? Like, is that the gimmick?
I don't necessarily. Well, I guess the gimmick is.
I just want to throw that in there.
The gimmick is the parachute, I guess. But,
I sold that shit for $20 both times.
But I think that, like the parts count, and it looks like the engineering is far more complex.
Man, I've been on mute this whole fucking time. Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God!
Slap me silly and call me Greg.
Fuck. We're gonna have to do a separate show called Robert's Voice, and it's just gonna be everything that Robert said when he was on mute. Robert's just gonna have to and just put it as its own independent thing.
I think that the both of you could probably record separately, like on an app.
Wait, what was that? Both of yous?
No, both of yuns.
I think that's a Mid-Atlantic thing.
Oh, okay.
Could probably record your like separately on an app.
They could. They could on their own show.
It's a totally different discussion, but comparing.
Just to be fair, Bobby, half the time I say I was muted,
being honest,
I'm making fun of Robert. So.
that would even make for a better show.
Yeah.
Let's make fun of Robert show.
It would be the annex, SCU
did
annex.
You break today? Did you put it up your butt?
Where's my show? Oh, I gotta fucking do a show.
Alright, calm down there, kids.
How's Duck's doing? Good to see you this month.
Or it's a piece of shit. Better draw some poop on it.
Abort, farts and wieners. Abort.
40
really
paragraph. About a fucking.
Are we gonna do MP collectors?
Shut up! Wait, hold on.
Wait,
this is a side question, a side issue, right? Would you rather like a figure that had light up eyes and like gimmicks, right? Or something like Bobby was saying, Sphinx, where there's no necessarily any gimmicks, but it's like super articulated, you know? And where do you want the money going?
Diecast is a gimmick.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Diecast is definitely a gimmick.
It can be. It's not always a gimmick. It's not always just a gimmick.
I think it's a different type of gimmick.
I mean, if it helps the figure stand wonderfully when it's placed well, it's not a gimmick. It's already an act.
Sure, but I don't think that's why it's often used. I think it's used because people like to have a figure with weight.
It's like rubber tires. It's a selling point. Like, it's got rubber tires and diecast. I gotta buy that. But in the reality, diecast and rubber tires aren't good in the long run because they
diecast isn't necessarily bad. It's just how.
Well, if it's depending on where it's if it's done smartly,
right.
You know, it's a gimmick. Fucking paint, Bobby. Paint is a gimmick.
Sure, it's a selling point. But see, like, I don't know. Like, I think that, like, actually, I'm going to disagree with all that shit. I think that, like, paint, diecast, rubber tires, all that stuff is more of a feature, and stuff like the parachute, stuff like light up eyes and stuff like that. That's more of a gimmick.
Well, I don't know if a parachute's a gimmick. It's an accessory. But
accessories can be gimmicks.
Well, I think accessories are their own subcategory of gimmick.
So,
all right.
So, like, third-party Batman.
Make a flowchart.
Third-party Batman. Third-party Batman is looking at the G1 scale chart, and he's like, "Do you light up?"
You will. And then he looks over at SXS and he's like, "You will."
Well, then you got KFC, X-Transbots, and arguably another company, and people are debating over which one's better. And then all of a sudden, KFC looks up and goes, "Keith," and X-Transbots is like, "What'd you say?" My father was Keith. And then, like, another company.
Why did you say that name?
Why did you say that name?
Let me check the Sunbow. Why did you say Sunbow?
Man, that Sunbow chart, man, that's the fucking devil's fucking dick mark.
It is.
I gotta say, Bobby, I've become very reliant on the Sunbow.
Well, I use it. I use it as a tool. Like, ultimately, for me, it's about what feels right. But I use it as a tool to stop the comments ahead of time. When I know that the comments are going to be, he's too big, or he's too small, or he's just the right size, I use it as a... And I disagree with that. I use it as a tool preemptively to strike.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of the Sunbow followers will say the Sunbow chart is king until it disagrees with their personal sensibility of a character, and then they say it's just an interpretation.
Yeah.
Well, it's approximate.
I have a hard-hitting question for Bobby Skullface, the internet personality. This is a hard-hitting question because I love you, and I'm not judging. Now, addressing that, using Sunbow, not because you find it in your heart as a means to decide your opinion on a figure, but because you're using it to address it. Other people are going to say to you, does that constitute selling out? Yes or no?
No. No. Because it's not like I'm saying I think this is right because Sunbow says it's right.
But you're how talented are these people? You're acting based on what these do-hats are saying, Chocolate.
No, it's to save
jerky vest.
It's to save me time. That's all. Like
it's a military style move.
Time is money.
It's
time
just like
money.
if someone were to say, like, "Hey, man, like if I didn't go over the accessories," and everybody commented like, "Hey, we'd really like to see the accessories." They're like, "Okay, I'll do the accessories." It's not really like a sellout move. It's more of accommodating the audience.
Oh, very political of you. Very political response.
All right, let's do this MP collector.
Golf flat.
I'm just okay. I hear you though. I'm only asking the question because
Robert didn't like that answer, Bobby.
Now here, like if I got an email from like a company sent me a toy and an email to go with it and say, "Hey, look, you know a lot of people have been complaining about the size. Can you please say that you like the size because the Sunbow chart says it's appropriate?" That would be a sellout move.
Yes, sir.
Well, in all fairness,
I will.
My personal opinion would be if you addressed Sunbow because you had some interest in addressing Sunbow, even though you didn't, that would be sellout. I don't think you are. I was just asking.
Bobby, it all comes down to: are you a blue line man, or are you a pink man?
Or green. Green. What the fuck about green, man?
Or purple line man. Fuck.
Damn, no one cares about the party.
All right.
Yeah.
MP
that
collector?
Sunbow chart is...
Wow.
MP collector did some stuff. He's a good guy.
Yes.
Can we get Sunbow on the phone?
Yeah, can we get him? Can we do that? Yeah, let's dial him in.
I'm seeing him on Saturday.
Sunbow?
Are you seeing him like outside of your marriage?
Like on the DL?
No, inside of my marriage. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Oh.
I got you tight and clasped right here, baby.
Hey, tell him I said hi. That's a great guy.
I will.
All right, let me get a glass of water real quick because he's got some long-winded questions sometimes.
By water, he means
Can't
stove.
get this fucking Ollie. Read the questions.
Why is official MP? Oh wait, no, that's Dylan.
That's somebody else. Thank you, Dylan.
Yes.
Shattercraft crew, bold letters. Don't mess with Optimus. At TFCon Chicago, we got to see 3A's upcoming officially licensed G1-inspired Optimus Prime figure, more of a posable statue, as well as an early prototype of their future G1-inspired Megatron display piece. I could not have had a more different reaction to these two offerings. I absolutely loved how the artist, Ashley Wood from Lenny's Island,
Give it up for
that
Lenny.
says his basement, his chain basement, adapt from. But I hated what he did with as a guy. It still plays. But I hated what he did with Optimus Prime. Similarly, I am also angry. I'm almost angry with what Toyworld is doing with their upcoming MP scale variety. Tires on his ass? Come on, Hasbro. Anyway, he didn't actually say Hasbro. I threw that in there, sorry. Anyway, this all got me to thinking, do I give artists more leeway to play with characters not named Optimus Prime?
Underlined.
I'd love to hear the SU guys' take on this one. So basically, what he's saying is, if I'm not misinterpreting this, should Optimus Prime be a set standard, and should the artist's interpretation be reserved for less iconic characters? That's what I'm taking his question to mean.
Yeah, I think that, like, to me, it's all fair game. I just think that every character has some iconic shit. Like, with Prime, like, you know, the face shield, the ears, the chest windows, smokestacks. That's in the gun.
The swords, the mace.
Right. That to me.
What about the jetpack?
That to me is like his iconic things. Like it's case by case, and it's just as long as they nail those certain things, I'm okay. Me personally, I'm okay with them exploring outside of.
Like Striker Manus, do you like him?
I do. But I'm not sure. Like, it's hard for me to put myself in the boat of like a chug collection. I like Striker Manus because Striker Manus feels like a fucking Figuarts figure.
Really?
Yeah, like that's why I like Striker Manus.
Fuck. I can't.
Yeah, don't say that shit because I was thinking about ordering that motherfucker today.
Yeah, I can't. Oh,
I got him.
You hadn't opened them yet.
That's true. I have not.
What about the rest of us? Anybody else?
Well, what about? Hold on. Before we move on, what about the? Is it the Toyworld Optimus? I mean, that's pretty hits those points, but it still has to deliver, though, right?
Are you talking about the new upscaled one?
Yeah.
Or whatever? Yeah. For me, it's not really. I don't have any real big aesthetic issues with him. My only issue is I'm not going to rescale my entire collection.
What about Spark Toys? Now it's like an interpretation. I know I'm not being a dick. I mean literally, like when you have something that takes those iconic aspects but stylizes them, and they go kind of extreme. You know,
that's not stylized because they were Dreamblade.
Exactly. That's not really Spark Toys doing. But like that's the same thing. Is like I don't own that figure because like to me, even though I like the War Within book well enough, I don't like it enough to collect the line.
Even though it's a solid point.
So like even those iconic points, like you give more leeway to like artistic expression away from those iconic points. You know, you can fuck with the iconic aspects a little, but don't go too crazy. It's the rest of the shit you can fuck with and
right. Like that. You weren't here yet, but like we looked at the statue of Prime earlier.
Rub it in.
And like it's in the notes if you want to take a look at it. It's like the second note, and it's very stylized, but it hits every fucking Prime note on the way down. Like face shield, general head shape, ears, like the fucking chest shield, the windows, and the gun, and it fucking screams Optimus Prime to me, and like I'm totally in love with it. Even though it doesn't look like it stepped out of the animation cell. Like, I almost...
Interesting.
There's an element of me that prefers a lot of that over the strictly G1 animation cell. It's just that it's impossible to build a collection around aesthetic cues like that because not one company is going to do it. You got to rely on so many companies following the same suit. It's just not going to happen.
Because it's kind of like... In our mind's eye, we have an idea, even collectively, on certain things that we hold as the spirit of a figure, and I think certain designs can really touch on that while deviating. I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah.
And I can see what you're saying exactly. Because so much of it looks so badass, you are more forgiving and maybe welcoming of other things that you didn't accept as normal.
Right.
Well, that's
cool.
That's how. Well, I mean, I'll just take my favorite character, Starscream. He's changed.
What?
I know a little bit. From G1. He was sleek. A little bit in G1 than Armada. He got a little bigger. But now he's considered. Really thin. And skinny and everything. So he's changed. But it's still Starscream.
Would you say Starscream and Matthew Deluxe Baldwin are kind of on a parallel?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like that. But I mean, I like that design. It fits Starscream. I think it fit well. And but there's just certain things with Starscream that you have to keep.
Canopy on the chest.
Yeah.
General, those ears.
The face. The face. With the
ears, face, and wings, and those fucking things that sit next to his head.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, if they changed that, if they didn't have any of those. Then then everybody be like, what the fuck is this? This is not Starscream.
Like the baby former?
Yeah. I mean, Matt can say whatever he wants. If I went back to 2002 and I showed him a picture of that Bayformer and I said, "Who is this?" I'm not sure he would say Starscream.
I mean, he's got some of the. I mean, okay.
He's gonna explode.
Bobby, Matt's a veteran. You watch your mouth.
I'm just saying. Okay, yes, it was a totally dramatic, but he's got the same.
Dramatic, yo.
I said dramatic.
That is our title.
I said dramatic. No?
Dramatic, yo.
I said dramatic. God damn. That's on the back of the shirt. Put that on the shirt.
Dramatic.
But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like, it's the wings, right? Like the wings.
Well, I mean, the face kind of.
Does it?
A little. Well.
No.
He was a roach.
Okay, yes, it was a totally different shit. And I'm just speaking on my ass.
Yeah, it's the wings. Like I think that if I were to show you that picture in 2002, you would look at it and you would be like, man, the wings are kind of almost Starscreamish, but this fucking thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, and if I wouldn't heard him speak, or as the way he portrays himself in the movies,
right?
Yeah, I'll probably be like, what is this? This is not.
But like, if you just saw, like, if you went into a toy shop and that was sitting there, you wouldn't be like, ooh, is that a Starscream?
Yeah, but see, that's not my Starscream. I like that Starscream. I'm not saying that I don't like it or anything, but that's not my Starscream.
Right.
Like, G1 Starscream, and now with the Prime and animated, all of that Starscreams, them are my Starscream. G1 is my Starscream.
Right, but those G1 Prime animated, they all stay relatively true to the Starscream.
Well, Michael Bay did stay true. I mean, kind of with Prime he did, but with anybody else, not really.
Agreed.
So that's a whole new other level. Like I said, I love them what they are, but like I said, they're not my Starscream. It's not my Prime and stuff.
But interestingly, I think with the Bay movies, you had a new generation who are
new kids.
Now you've got like a reset. Now they associate that with what Starscream is,
Right.
And what's cool, Matt, I think you kept an open mind and you've kind of straddled the fence there. And now you're like, okay, you have your iconic Starscream from G1, but this is also you'd accept it as iconic for Starscream in the new times, and that's pretty cool. That's very open-minded. I don't think many people can do that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, like I said, I don't hate him, but he's not my Starscream. But I will get movie Starscream. I will get them because he's Starscream. But Starscream
because it says Starscream on the box.
That's true. It's just a Starscream. I mean, it could be Megatron in there. Somebody could.
Well, they did in the movies. They did, show the relationship somewhat.
Oh, I don't know.
Where he's sucking.
The second one they did. Now the first one I was really upset. They only spoke like a couple lines. I was upset with that. Now the second one they did. They interacted a lot more, and you could tell the dynamic between them. It was the same like G1. It was just the bickering. Ripping, kicking him when he's down.
I don't know. I know the scene you're talking about when they're on top of the roof, but that's more of like a sniveling Starscream. Like which Starscream?
He's always sniveling.
No, he's not. He does snivel. It's true, but a lot of times he's plotting, scheming, and being an arrogant.
Oh, he is. But he was always doing that. He was always scheming in the movie. Also, this movie, he was always scheming. Like he was waiting. Especially when he got on top of the pyramid. And he's like, Lord Megatron, and saying all this, conniving stuff, he wants Megatron to get killed.
Honestly, they would have actually, those movies would have been much better, deeper, had they explored that relationship between Megatron and Starscream.
But they don't want to take
in the first one, they should have. Yeah, the first one they should have had more. No, with the first movie, I was really upset that they did. They only said one line. You
disappoint me, Starscream.
Disappoint me, right? Yeah. That was funny. That was good, but there should have been way more. Yeah. Way more. But Megatron was frozen for more than 80% of the movie, also. So I can understand. But if they would have had more interaction between that would have been a lot better for that, I think. And the third one. I don't remember much. I don't remember much interaction. They both. I mean, Starscream died in that one, so But
what about you, Greg?
Well, I don't know.
This is gonna be good.
Where do you draw the line?
Wait, I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on.
He has to close the fridge.
Man, this fucking Ollie, man. God.
No, my phone's doing a thing. Hold on.
Did we congratulate Justin?
Yes, of course.
Did. And Joe.
But just as a heads up, I am running out of time.
Okay, so we're still doing the don't mess with Optimus question.
The what?
Fuck.
So, how are you?
Man, I don't collect these things, so I don't really have an opinion.
Transformers?
All right, moving on then.
No, the statue things. Like I don't collect them, so I don't have an opinion. Like,
well, yeah, but he's talking about like the fucking like the Toyworld. Like he saw that Toyworld, he saw the tires on the ass, and he was like, nope. Like,
yeah, I don't collect that either.
Well, I think that's what he's saying. Like,
my Optimus has a tight ass.
Yeah, I want my figures, for the most part, to stay true. That's why I like the Toyworld Devastator so much.
Except what about except the head and like I guess
the individual figures stick so close to the aesthetic.
Well,
more so than a generic.
Yes, but I think that would you say if the Toyworld Devastator's head is as off from the Generation 1 animation Devastator head, if the Optimus Prime head was equally as off, would that be a bigger deal? I think that's what he's trying to ask. Like, are there certain characters that you're like, nope, do not fuck with this one? This one, fine, you can take a little bit of, but like not this.
No, because I know that the Toyworld head was based on a certain style, and I can appreciate it for what it is, and it's easily.
What if they mess with your Shockwave, Greg? What if they mess with Shockwave? So I mean, that's what he's asking. Like, it didn't have to be Devastator. It could be any character that you like
Well,
Shockwave.
he actually has Prime, but
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'm just saying, if they fucked with Shockwave, that it made him look like not Shockwave.
Well, I mean,
you would
Hasbro
say.
does that shit every fucking day. Like, Hasbro, redefines, quote-unquote, a character and moves stuff around.
Yeah, they just copy a paint scheme and make it a repaint and name it something else with the
'Cause it's
other
their
characters'
character,
paint scheme.
It's
Well,
their character.
but is that acceptable, though? I mean, is that
Not in my book.
Yeah.
Nope,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
just
Is there stuff they can do with it?
No, Matt. There is no definite answer to this because it's all.
You
up
got
to
Prowl, you got Smokescreen, you got Wheeljack all over the house.
I'll take Bobby's answer. I'll take Bobby's.
Yeah, it's all up to it's all
Hey, you
subjective.
take Bobby's answer. You don't want mine.
I want yours all the time, Greg, but you don't give it to me.
Whatever it is, you better figure it out. 'Cause I got to get off here in 9
All right, time to go.
Bobby.
So, shout-outs.
One more
Share
question.
share our stuff out too, man. Get us out there. 5-star us. Get us out there.
World Star us.
World Star. World Star.
Oh,
One
God
more
damn it.
question.
Fuck.
One more question.
No.
Tell me
We're not
something.
time for one more.
No, Bobby's got to go. Really,
I
he's
gotta
got to go. If you get
All right,
here on
so-
time, you could ask questions.
The Cool Table Network. All cool kids at the cool table. We got RSC. We got Toy Detox, Doy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Plastic Fanatics. We got Beer and Bullshit. Third Rage Radio, Rage Radio. I was just trying to do the Doy Detox thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Third Party Unlimited. Shout out to Antoine. They're on Facebook. At Real Robot. At Field. Fear Corpse. That dude's been quiet lately.
Yeah, he's still likes and retweets everything we put out.
But he wanted his TFCon. He ain't got that TFCon money.
No, he went
He
to
got that
TFCon.
TFCon. Yeah.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah. He was there. He was hanging
Yeah.
out. He brought Miss Ashley.
Miss
Ashley
Ashley.
was
Did he
a pleasure.
bring whiskey?
I
Did he
don't.
bring
Did he bring
moonshine?
booze?
I
Did
don't
he-
know.
I just want to say, Fair Corpse.
Did anybody puke in his bathroom?
And he's coming.
She's,
And he's coming to Skullfest next year.
She's a delightful young lady.
She is. She's a sweetheart.
So
She's
were
very
you, Matt?
nice. Very nice.
There's two gentlemen out there that I tell them all the time they need to go ahead and lock their unit down. And he is one of them. And the other one is, I'm going to put him out there, Baltimore Brandon.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Yeah, she's
Man.
a cool chick.
Yeah, I like her. She's awesome. She was
Not
awesome.
dolphin.
to hang out
What
with.
about the dolphin?
Dolphin situation is very different. Dolphin's on some modern new age shit. Yeah, it's very different.
Baltimore B, man, that's a good dude too. Anyway, I like that guy. He's cool.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he should lock that down.
I'm Ratchet.
Speaking of good dude, shut the fuck up, Robert. You don't come in here halfway through and fucking tell me how to do my job.
That is true. That is true.
For real, though. I am Ratchet. Best fucking table in the con. Third Party TF Crashers. Facebook. They're on there. There's some stuff. Open Your Toys podcast. Why do I feel like Fienders and Warts is being typed covered now? Anyway, this podcast, something. If you don't
Thank you
like
for joining us.
Stop being a fucking bitch. You can follow us on YouTube, iTunes, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Blogspot, Gmail.
But only if you misspell our name.
But you have to know the way we spelled it that week. You know who the fuck we all are. All this other bullshit is just bullshit. This podcast is intended to be for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to piss you off. If it doesn't fit with your sensibilities, feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Robert.
You like
Yeah.
it?
Good luck.
No.